like a like a percentage where I can interact with people. Uh, this lighting makes me look like extremely pallid, but that's okay because that like reflects how I feel, so that's okay.
It's perfect.
And and there we go. We're live. That's how we go in.
You have just
Welcome to Frenzy.
yeah, Frenzy Freestyle Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have coronavirus. It's awesome. I not recommended.
Yes, and just anyone, this is a valid fact, so we're not going to get any sort of dings or whatever happens, and we're like, oh, fake news and
Oh,
this and that.
am I not supposed to say that because of the YouTube algorithm? Is that still a problem?
Well, I don't know if I mean, if someone actually has it, are you not allowed to see it, as opposed to like, well, I think this and I think that, like, what's what do they say to that?
Uh, well, just bleep me in the VOD of this later. Just to be
Okay.
safe. Uh, yeah, but I'm on the mend. I said right before the stream, I was at like 45% yesterday. I'm at like 65% today. It's been rough. I'm getting better, and I'm here. Transformers has gotten me through.
There you go. That's dedication.
Yeah.
Cool. So since I know you had the event last week, and can't recall the last few weeks, as time just kind of flies. Like, I know we haven't
Yeah.
fully jumped into the news for like almost 3 weeks, so I just backtracked
Yeah.
all the news I could find that I know
Yeah. Y'all did
we've
like 8 hours
overlooked.
of content. Y'all did eight
Wow.
hours of content last week. So because it was a 4 hour thing and then a 4 hour thing. So I was like, I love you guys. I ain't watching all this to.
Yeah, that second 4 hours, that was, I mean, that was unexpected, but just luck, because it was the holiday Monday, so we're like,
Yeah.
why not? Because any other time, I'm like, nope. Like, after a certain point, I too need to, to get some rest for the next day.
You can just make anything up about like the bottom third hour of that broadcast, and I believe you because you know.
This is true. So, are you ready for some news?
Oh yeah, you want to? We trying to blaze through this like really quickly, because
Well, you know
there's
what?
7,000 things.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think we could actually kind of take it easy in terms of blazing through, because um the one topic I was thinking that would be cool is finding out if people are Transformers nerds or geeks. But I figured it would take a few days to promote that one for next week's show. So really,
Mhm.
tonight's or stream, as one friend mentioned, don't say show, say stream. So
Mhm.
tonight's stream is mainly just going to be all the news that we've missed out on, and any reveals, and then just our usual back and forth before we end.
Yeah, you might surprise me if there's anything from the last couple days. I've been laid up on a couch, so I don't know what's been going on.
Well, and I know the one that was bouncing around for a while was the Transformer guest appearance in the Chip and Dale movie that everyone kept mentioning.
Yeah, there was two of them. I didn't watch the movie. Maybe I will. I've been out of it. Um, but like somehow they just acquired the money to get every cameo ever. Like it's a Roger Rabbit type movie basically, right? But they didn't
Hmm.
just have like Disney and Warner Brothers; they had like every company. So like Blaster shows up in a crowd shot looking like the Generation One cartoon, and apparently you can see like Bumblebee movie Optimus's leg at one part.
Yeah, that's the rumor I kept hearing about, was the about Optimus's leg. Whereas, like, I've seen images all over the place of Blaster, and at one point I thought someone just photoshopped this in there, and this didn't actually happen. And I'm guessing it apparently
It's
did
legit.
happen. That's funny.
Somebody else I follow on Twitter, somebody I follow on Twitter, like live blogged them watching it, and they were like, "I would like to confirm that blaster thing is not a Photoshop. I just saw that."
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's just sales threads on our website, which you can use.
Yeah. I said to myself, make sure I skip any type of sales threads.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Studio Series Thundercracker. Continuing the trend of Bumblebee movie guys showing up. They're doing everybody. He got choke slammed by Optimus Prime during one of the fights, and that's the extent of his appearance in the movie.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But hey, it's another repaint of a Seeker tooling. It's a repaint of that cool Starscream figure I have. Yeah. And whenever they do these are when the guys on Instagram show off like the process of them making these guys,
Okay.
the toy designers. Yeah, I'm in for this guy just because I'm going completist on this little subline, and as far as Thundercrackers go, he's a good looking one. So
Nice. All right, and
possible unobscured. That's how you know this is old. This has been formally unveiled now.
okay.
Yeah. So this is interesting. I'm glad I got some space to talk about this. This is Studio Series 86 RC, and what they did here is really interesting because this is an old RC. This is the I got it on the shelf here. It's the Thrilling 31 from 2014.
Okay.
And they're re-releasing it, but they're changing a bunch of stuff. The whole pepperoni. Yeah. Every first of all, most of these accessories are gone, probably because of budget. She just has the one pistol. Everything from the waist down is new on the new one because this is so they gave her a waist joint and ankle tilts because this version doesn't have it.
Okay.
And also the bottom half doesn't really look like her character model, so they like retooled the bottom half of this figure from 2014 and are putting it out in the Studio Series line.
Okay.
And also this one can't hold her guns properly. They like stick out, and you can see right in the pictures of the new one. They also fixed that. It's a very strange, yeah. It's a very strange choice, but like I'm happy about it because this was a pretty good figure except for like those things, and it looks like they just made a fixed version basically.
Okay. Yeah, and I could see the difference as you're mentioning with the pistol, where she's fully able to grasp it in the image, and with yours it's like it's almost falling off.
Yeah. The whole I'm sure as we go through the news you'll see clearer shots because it did get formally unveiled, but yeah, the whole lower torso got which is blocked there mostly, got reworked to look more animation accurate and give her a waist and ankles, and you can see she's using the ankles there. So
I'd say at this point,
but
how
yeah,
many versions of? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But that's a good question. How many versions of G1 RC have they done?
Yes, like it's like almost every year it's almost like two versions of her come out, and there's still almost getting it, except for that one that we looked at, I think maybe about 2 months ago. That was like that one looks like an actual proper version of RC.
Yeah, the Earthrise one probably. I have that here too. I became an expert about this. I don't know how. So like this one here, the one I was just holding up. This was the first one they did, the first like proper mainline G1 RC, right? They did it in 2014. Right. And then it got a Takara repaint that futzed with the colors to make it a little bit more animation accurate.
Okay.
And then they did the Earthrise one here, which some people like, some people don't. I like it. The big thing about this one is it just ejects the half of the car into like a shell that I don't have here. But, I've shown that off before. Right. And it got re-released in Kingdom without any changes. Then there's the Masterpiece one, which I don't have, but, we've seen that.
Right.
And now there's this one. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like number 6.
Wow. Well,
And
the
that's
one
just
thing
G1 RCs. I'm not talking like animated or Cyberverse or whatever. Just G1.
right, and I think the one thing I noticed when you were holding the Earthrise one is her feet almost look like a pair of slippers.
Oh yeah, maybe that's another reason why they're doing this over. It's so they can make sure she can stand,
Right.
but also she can peg on to the car mode shell that I don't have here that she can like surf on.
Ah, okay, right.
And Cat is just like, pay attention to me.
Yes, it's pay attention to me, not the stream.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh. All right. This whole line came out and we never got a chance to talk about it.
Right,
The
because there
Wreckers
there were
line
all
that they're doing.
the reveals that you were mentioning it from a couple weeks ago, like, and it's I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that's almost like 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah, so they unveiled one of these a day for a week. So first you had Galactic Odyssey, that little Amazon line that gave us like Ratchet and Lifeline, and then you had Golden Disc Collection, which gave us like that Pterosaur. Now, so Amazon's next line is the Wreckers, um, and they're doing them as some 2-packs and some 1-packs. And the first set they unveiled was Impactor and Spindle. Spindle's like a new character there. It's a Spinosaurus they made, and they're doing a new version of Impactor that is the Siege guy, but with a bunch of parts changed to make him look like he did in the original 80s UK comics.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm in for this because I'm pretty happy with the Impactor I have, but like if you don't have one, it's a good version.
Cool. Let's see what.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That's the proper RC reveal in that set. There's Sideways, Revenge of the Fallen Sideways. He got revealed. They're just doing that. They're just checklisting off all those Studio Series figures. And then they revealed a Dark of the Moon version of Bumblebee. You know, because once again, the Studio Series line just hasn't done that one yet. They did Movie 1 and Movie 2. And then Studio Series 86 RC, who we just saw those images of, got unveiled.
Mm-hmm.
Like formally after that like leak.
Okay, let's see.
All right, and this is the next Wreckers reveal. Leadfoot and Master Dominus. Yeah. And Leadfoot's Generation 2 character. And this one's a retool of Kingdom Mirage. And Master Dominus changes into a Mastodon skeleton, and he's a new character.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, like I keep talking about this, that Wreckers comic, he was in that. This whole comic turned out to be like one big preview for this line.
And which line on when did the Wreckers comic come out?
Like last year? Or earlier this year. I don't know. Time's weird. Let me Google it right quick. Wreckers, Treads, and Circuits. October 2021. Okay. That's when the first issue showed up. So right at the end of last year. Lego Optimus Prime, eh?
Yes.
Have we talked about him on the show yet? I don't even remember.
No, we haven't mentioned him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so first of all, this guy's expensive. Like, he's probably going to be like 200 Canadian, but he's huge. There are photos of him out there next to other Optimuses. He's taller than the original MP1. So this is a big boy.
Okay.
And Aaron Archer designed him, or no, not Aaron Archer. What's his name? Joe Kide, another like a longtime Transformers designer, moved over to Lego to do it. And the big feature here is, unlike a lot of Lego stuff, he's transformable on his own. You don't have to take him apart. Like, he has his robot mode, he has his truck mode. He can properly transform.
Okay, cool. should see.
Yeah, there's a
Here we
quick
go.
demonstration on the back.
Right.
Yeah, so this is a huge set. It's fully transformable. I've seen some detailed reviews of him. He's got his matrix, he's got the energon cubes, he's got his rifle, he's got his axe, and he's got Sideswipe's jetpack. You can see them all there in that image.
Oh, nice. Well, that's an interesting feature to add in.
Yeah. And it looks, I don't know, it's pricey, but it looks like they really did like a lot of good work on this thing. Like, I might have just reviewed a Lego set, but I'm not a huge Lego guy. But like, this looks really interesting. And back in the day, I used to collect some Lego robot lines. They did one called Throwbots, they did one called Robo Riders, and they did one called Bionicle. And the thing about
Okay.
those lines is, if you ever wanted to combine anything, you always had to take them apart and rebuild them. So this guy being able to transform on his own is like a big deal for like a Lego robot.
Right. I remember what was the last one by Tentacles?
Bionicle.
Bionicles. But I remember seeing that one, or like seeing a lot of references to that one. Not so much the other two that you had mentioned.
Yeah. Oh, that was the most successful one. It ran for like a long time, like many, many years, and there were some direct to video movies and comics, and it had like a really big fandom, and like it still does. I'm not really into it, but I know people that are like. It was a big long story with a lot of characters and mythology, and the figures were pretty fun.
Nice.
I have a couple of them sitting in cans over there because I had a few when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like Lego robot action figures, and they had like slashing swords and shooting missiles and cool designs. It's very Transformers adjacent.
Well, I mean, Lego itself is always a cool toy. Just the the amount of creativity that happens when you're playing with like any type of Lego toy. So for it to also be theme based, within Lego, it's like it multiplies it almost multiplies like the creativity and kind of play that you have with that type of toy.
Yeah. Oh, over here, yeah. Okay, so this is the third record reveal, and this is Siege Stringer in a new color scheme. I got him right here. So this guy, this was the Springer that was released during Siege, and so they're giving him a different color scheme for this Wreckers line. And it looks like what they're doing with him is they're making him like G1 toy accurate instead of animation accurate like this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Which kind of gives him kind of a weird appearance in the one over there. It like he has like a solid gray limbs and like a green body. But yeah, it's an alternate take on him. Some people aren't fond of this one. I wasn't when I saw it, but like it's grown on me as I've looked at it because it looks like he's armored up. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean the color scheme is a bit different than what we're used to. So I mean it's interesting they're more focused on the toy than the cartoon, whereas like many other things are kind of doing the opposite.
Yeah, well, I guess it's because they already did the cartoon version, so this is just there as like an alternate thing.
True.
Yeah, like you wouldn't think it was toy accurate at first, but like you compare, people did side by side photos, and we're like, oh yeah, that's what the G1 toy looks like. Yeah, he just a lot of gray on him. I think the reason that he looks so gray is because the original version of him had like stickers covering a lot of that.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, he's almost one of those characters where it's like he needed to have the stickers just to have like a nice look to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To end a quick behind the scenes thing. That was my cat that put something in our chat. She walked on the keyboard.
I'd be like, what are you trying to say to me?
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot this guy hadn't come out. The masterpiece train bots that Takara is doing they just
Yeah.
finally showed off a physical sample.
Oh, is this the first one?
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was already out, honestly, just because it had been talked about so much. But no, it hasn't come out yet. This is just the first time they've shown off like a physical copy.
Interesting. Yeah, I fully thought
Yeah,
that. I mean, yeah, with the amount of talk behind it, I thought they also had one out too. Um, I
yeah,
guess is it train tracks? Are those like scale to like
yeah, yeah.
model toy trains?
Yeah, yeah, that's one of the reasons why they're doing the train bots because they're also trying to appeal to model railroad enthusiasts because it's some like proper model train scale and like
Hmm,
it comes with those tracks on purpose.
that's very
And I'm
cool.
like, that's yeah, I'm like it's one of those things much like Hot Wheels or whatever where like I don't know anything about it, but I know it's huge, so
Mhm.
it's this whole other market that's interested in this.
Well, I do remember trains, like model trains being a big thing when I was younger, and there was actually a teacher in one of our schools. Um, I believe it was Mondays or Fridays where he would allow like some of the students to build the model train set in the classroom. And he
Mm,
had like a handful of locomotives, like all the other cars, and then just like a ton of tracks that you could like lay out around the entire classroom. And I think he also had a separate setup where it was like on a large piece of wood. He designed like the track, the grass layout, all the little lights, the cars, and everything. So it'd be
this is
interesting
cool.
to incorporate this into one of those sets.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. And there's the last one, and nobody knows why they did this one. Professor D disagree. That's your default state of being, but I'm not sure what you disagree with in this case. But yeah, so this is the last one. This is they just did Bulkhead again in like a camo pattern, and everybody's like, why? Like this is the legacy Bulkhead in the Wreckers line, just with like camo on him, and that was the last one they unveiled.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they were just trying to appease a certain market.
Yeah, yeah. The designer on Instagram did say that this is based on like movie versus Hound because they already looked kind of similar, so they decided to
Okay.
make a version of him in colors that homage that.
Okay, interesting.
Hmm.
Uh, Professor D on YouTube has said, haven't heard anything yet though.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I'm just popping up the only one that we didn't get a look at here, uh, which was Impactor, who came with Spindle. Just real quick before we close off the impact the Wreckers.
Okay.
Uh, there we go. Yeah, so that's a comic book style Impactor, and he's the Siege guy with like a new head and a new chest and a new cannon. And as somebody that is reading the Marvel UK comics, I like what they did with it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, this whole line it like doesn't really do much for me because I already have basically all the guys out of this that I want. But like I'm glad it exists because like if you didn't already get Impactor, this is a good one. If you didn't already get Springer, that's a good one,
Right.
and so forth. But yeah, that's the whole line. So I guess the next thing would be about TFCon.
Yes.
Oops.
Well, this is actually the Chicago one. I'll pull up the
Oh,
Toronto
nuts.
one shortly.
Oh, okay. So it's David Kay's going to be over there. Great. I don't think I've ever actually seen him at one of the TF cons. I've seen a lot of the Beast Wars guys. Professor D said, I see y'all in Dinobot mode today, not reading the two comments together. Context. I require context.
Yes. What is going on your end, Mr. Professor D?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna milk the fact that I'm currently in the throes of an illness for all it's worth, and in terms of me following things. Yes, David K in TFCon Chicago. Yeah, that's cool. I don't have too much to say about that because as a Canadian, I'm not going all the way down to Chicago for TFCon. I'm going to ours over here. But like, good for the people that live in Chicago and or close enough to go to that because he's a cool guy.
Well, funny enough, we were planning to possibly go to the Chicago one, because I mean D and Bill are going to be going to that one.
Oh, okay.
If we'll have to see what happens, because I know D's going to be coming up here for the Toronto one, which we haven't really officially announced yet that we will be doing for July 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yeah, we got the space. We have the table space all for us.
Oh, funny enough, there's some news.
Is this the same guy who was okay? Visual effect artist Christopher Lee Zammit to attend TFCon Toronto 2022, and he worked on the Transformers films. There was somebody a couple TF cons back. I don't remember if it was him or not, but it was a guy that worked on the effects for the Bay films, and he had a panel. And I didn't go to it because, I can only go to so many panels. I opted not to, and I regretted missing it because people said he had all kinds of weird stories nobody had heard before about, like, working with Michael Bay and working on the movies and stuff.
Weird stories of Michael Bay.
So
that would have been a selling point.
Yeah. Yeah, like, if this is the same guy, I'm going to make sure I go this time, because I regretted missing the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. Though, to be fair, milking the fat of an illness doesn't sound like a way to produce a healthy product, Professor D says.
Well, it is a valid point. But
milking the fat of an illness doesn't sound like a way to produce a healthy product. No, it doesn't. I'm not a healthy product at the moment. Yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say we now look at you as a product within the crew.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the other guy. Diaclone Twin Twist. That's another one of the wreckers. I forgot about him. They're not making a top spin. They're just doing a twin twist. It's weird.
That is weird. Like, why are we hitting on top spin?
Yeah, it is strange. But like this is the colors of his Diaclone toy, like they do sometimes. Hello, Calvin.
What's up?
Good evening, Calvin. What are you saying, sir?
Oh boy, we need that figure. We need that
Diaclone one here. Yeah.
Yep. We need that.
It's a nice looking set of colors. It looks like it looks like the Takara Diaclone stuff they're currently doing. It's always about the like reds and blues like that. It looks like it would fit in with those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is the Titans Return one from a few years ago, just in a new color scheme.
Yeah.
But I heard that was a good figure, so like if you're gonna put something in Diaclone colors, best that guy. Look at that. I like how that mode looks.
Oh yes.
They're like Japanese super vehicle,
That's what we needed.
Yeah.
See, this really, this design and color scheme really captures, the like that 1982 era where, any of us saw that back then, like definitely like we would just buy it, like not even a concern of like what character it is or any story behind it. Like it just looks that cool.
Yeah. So I can't believe I guess I forgot about this guy being a part of this line because I'm like, this is probably my favorite of the bunch just because of how neat it looks.
I just think
Yeah,
they should give us more in Titans Returns figures.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm
Six
glad
shot.
I'm glad that they're at least willing to like bring one back after all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think
Maybe that's a sign of things to come.
I think we should get on their case about it. I'm just saying we should get on their case about what we want. It'll work out just fine because we still need another updated six shot.
Hey, the designers have said in these like live streams of theirs, they pay attention to like online feedback and chatter, so it does produce things,
Yeah, it's the opportunities are there.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
Oscar Reyna the Third on Facebook says, "How y'all doing?" Well, I'm sick, but other than that, I'm doing as well as I can.
No, you're not
How's-
sick. It's all in your head. What you got? Flu,
well,
cold? What you got?
oh no! I got the coronavirus just straight up. I hope I can say that on YouTube.
Well, if you take lemon juice and make a tea or something, it'll clear it up. Just open up your lungs and stuff like that, your nose, and get some
Oh,
Vicks. Yeah.
I've been doing those exact same things. I got a special honey and cherry cough syrup, and I got like raspberry tea with lemon in it, and I've just been mainlining those for the last few days. So
Okay.
I'm doing
Just making sure, man. Look out for everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was rough the first few days, but I'm on the upswing now, so I'm getting there.
Gotcha.
I said the Oscar messaged us or sent a message earlier saying, Oscar, if you want to jump in, let us know.
Yeah. Oh, this is funny, I guess. Transformers Collaborative Maverick. It's coming back. They're re-releasing it in 2022. That's the Top Gun Transformer. Because what happened was it was supposed to come out to tie in with the new movie, but the new movie got delayed, so the figure just kind of came out. And so now that the movie is actually out in theaters, they're releasing it again to try and get like more sales on it.
Well, we never seen it.
Yeah,
Scalpers
yeah, that's true. That's true. Actually, I don't think I ever saw it in the stores myself, so maybe that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just a robot that changes into Tom Cruise's jet fighter from Top Gun.
With a helmet.
It comes with a volleyball too, like on purpose.
What?
Yeah.
Oscar is asking what's new. Oscar, we are going through at least the last 2 or 3 weeks of Transformers news that we just have not had a chance to catch up on.
Yeah, I've just been running.
Yeah, just going through everything. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
There we go. Yeah, there's this robot mode. Yeah, good to see you, Oscar.
Looks like you got two twin baby shotguns there.
Yep. I hope there's a picture of him with his volleyball. Oh, come on. Show us the volleyball. I know he's got it. It's there somewhere. I've seen it. I've seen it. It exists. It has a
shout out to
volleyball.
Oscar. Good to see you, Oscar. No volleyball pictures.
But he comes with a really tiny Tom Cruise motorcycle. That's that little red thing in some of those photos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if GameStop would get that. It'd be
Yeah.
nice.
And Professor D says that robot mode looks good. Yeah, it reminds me of like a Generation 2 Cyberjet, but like really big.
It kind of reminds me of Robotech.
Yeah. It's got that kind of vibe too. And it's got like a pilot helmet on its head too, so that kind of helps contribute.
Well, funny when you mention it volleyball, I'm looking at his head and I'm like, well, that could also be the volleyball if you you take it
Yeah,
off.
kinda.
Professor
Yeah,
D from YouTube says, yeah, heavy Robotech vibes, and also says Veritech.
Yeah, that's the name of the Robotech mech jet guy thing. I know words. Oh, Oscar Reyna III is saying, I'd like to jump in, but I don't have a setup like y'all, but I will soon. I'm working on it. Well, once you got it, we'd love to have you in here. The more the merrier. Join our loose gang of people that just come through, by all means.
Yeah. And also with if we send you the link, you can also jump in with your phone. Because some of us do that as well who don't have a full setup as yet. We just use our phone and the camera from the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if let's say like your phone internet don't work, you can use your Chrome, and your Chrome it gets you more access on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is correct.
All right.
So did y'all guys see the latest news on the oh?
It's the HasLab Victory Saber, because they're finally showing physical samples off, like comparing his size to other things. So that's Legends God Jinrai, so he's the same size as him.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like an Instagram post. One of the designers, because they have tons of figures themselves, just like pulled out a bunch of figures and was like, here he is next to this guy, next to this guy, next to this guy. Here's all the scale pictures you could want,
Well, I did chipped in on that, so I'm happy that I'm going to be getting one of those.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's huge. Yeah, so he's the same size as a Super Jinrai if you have one. It's for comparison.
Holy crap! Ooh,
Actually, I'm interested. You should show it off once you finally get it. I think you're the only person here that went in on one.
Well, I had to, man, because I don't have that in my collection.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so there's the Thundercracker I was talking about before from Bumblebee. That's his alternate mode, and they also showed off Age of Extinction Galvatron. They're redoing him for Studio Series also.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Wait till you get to the next Transformer. I'm gonna go in on that one.
Yeah. Go down a little bit. We'll see the next guy. Yeah, there he is. It's Age of Extinction Galvatron. Yeah, with his impossible inside-out transformation done in a way that doesn't give him a big shell on his back for once.
You know what they could have done?
What?
If they really want to be really technical with it, they could have gave us that in an MP series, a masterpiece.
Yeah. It could still happen, honestly. They're still making these.
I never got that figure.
The old one? Yeah, me neither. It just had a huge backpack, so it just didn't look good. And then this just like... this version just does the opposite of that and just has him properly turned inside out, so it doesn't have a backpack. So that's pretty impressive, honestly.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think the rest of the reveals here were just like RC and stuff. There she is again.
Yep, there she is again.
I'm very upset with them.
That is the worst pose.
Very upset with them.
Really, I've been thrilled because I liked I liked the Thrilling 31. This just like fixes the problems that one had, just straight up. Like she can hold her gun, she has ankles and a waist joint. Like that's not a good picture to show it off, but we've seen in other ones, and they made her bottom half animation accurate. So like, I'm pretty happy with this, honestly.
It's the same figure. They just added a head and they changed the legs.
Yeah, they took a figure that was almost good but needed a few things, and then they went back and they fixed it. It's a director's cut.
Right.
But looking at this RC, and I mean, like now that there's a better image of it, I'm like, I don't know, it's that whole backpack issue again. I'm like, out of all the designs and engineering they've done for characters, how is it RC just always seems to get the least amount of like care in terms of how they take care of the back of her.
Evening, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Mr. Magnus. just
we're talking about the backpack?
out about in the woods. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have the Thrilling 31 here, so you can see what it looks like for like comparison. So it's not that bad. I think it's just more of a case of it being an unflattering photo, right? Because it's the same figure, just with a few parts retooled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But third party Azalea.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
She's a beast, and when I get back inside, I'll pull her out.
Yeah, I got a version of her right here. Anyway, I got the Proto Colors one. But yeah, this is masterpiece level engineering though. But like that's as small as they were able to get it, fully integrated. But yeah, Azalea is like the best one in terms of not having a backpack and also not needing to like eject it like the Earthrise one does.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the character's supposed to have those things on her shoulders like that.
Yep.
That's the way she was drawn. But the fact that like half of her just comes off of her and disappears. It's like Prime's trailer.
Yeah. That's why I didn't really knock the Earthrise one for just popping it off, because I'm like, well, that's what happens in the animation, sorta.
Oh, well, see, I don't mind parts formers. I hear people talk about, oh God, it's a parts former. I'm not going to buy it, dude. Every one of our G1s was almost a parts former.
Yep.
The wings came off of the jets. The Prime's trailer, Magnus's trailer. Of course, Magnus' trailer became his armor.
Yeah.
Ironhide, Ratchet. Everybody had a piece that came off of them.
The combiners.
It's not a new thing.
Like all the combiners are parts formers in a sense.
I think Oscar has a question.
Yes, Oscar Reyna.
Oh.
You got a question? Ask away.
Shoot.
And Custom Media Creations from YouTube is saying, I'm still waiting for Legacy to come out in Australia. Wow.
They just came out here. Like, I got a Laser Prime here. I want to pop open later. This is the first big Legacy thing I got.
Oh, later on, I'll show you all the deal that I came across this week.
Here we go.
You got Blitzwing, didn't you?
No. It was I was just bargain hunting, and I went to the clearance aisle, and I found a bunch of Transformers on clearance. And because it's Memorial Day weekend, everything was 50% off. So I got 50% off of clearance. So
wow.
I picked up core classes for $3
off of clearance.
Yeah.
One day you're gonna just be like, "Hey, I got a second HasLab Unicron for like $25."
Yep.
Yeah. Joe Long on Facebook, what's he saying? Couldn't that hood fold inward and make her two separate backpack parts? Yeah, maybe. I'm not an engineer. I'm sure there's a good solution. Like Azalea pulled it off. They just needed like masterpiece budget to do it.
Right.
Azalea, Nicey. Nicey did it well too. She has multiple pieces on her back, but it also turns into like a skirt on her side.
Interesting.
Okay, now I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Hasbro Pulse, I guess apparently I just got to send in my information. They're going to send me the MP Nightbird. Should I get that figure or should I pass?
I've heard good things about it. People, I heard it's a good tooling, and it comes with like a ton of weapons and accessories. So, I mean, I'd grab it if you got it on the way.
Well, it's cost $157.
Yeah, I will also say by current masterpiece prices, that's not bad.
So that's why I was just thinking there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's Nicey.
Oh, interesting. Let's see. What? There we go. Yeah. See, the fact that it's like struts instead of like a solid piece automatically makes it look kind of like better, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, see, it all folds in on itself.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all lose me or did I?
No.
Oh, you're here.
We're here.
I think it's
Well,
possibly
or maybe you froze.
yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
here I am.
There we go.
There you are. You're back. You're back.
But the pieces fold in on themselves. God, this is hard to do with this phone.
It looks good.
And yeah, it looks real good, except for that piece. That was broken when I got her.
But yeah, I just gotta. Oh boy, somebody said, Kevin, if you get it, don't like I trade you for something. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Think about it. I haven't gotten the figure. Yeah, I'm thinking about buying it. You know, they did something a thing to purchase it.
Yeah. Custom Media Creation says Laser Prime looks epic. I just bought Coronation Starscream yesterday. Yeah, that guy hasn't shown up in Canada yet. Yeah, I haven't seen him, just straight up. And Professor D says MP Nightbird is worth it, better than RC. Yeah, see, he's one of the people who I heard say that. So, yeah, he's one who said,
Cheers, gentlemen.
Get in it if you don't like it, I'll trade you for something.
Yep. Cheers.
Yeah, so this is what I ran into this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, $7 Soundwave and Dracodon, eh? Oh, $13
That sounds just like me like 3 weeks ago.
Tigatron.
Oh, and Tigatron.
Tigatron's a good one. He's probably my favorite out of this bunch.
And they were 50% off of those prices. So I got
okay.
I got the cores for $350 each. I got Wingfinger for $650, and I got Tigertron for $10.50.
Nice.
That's insane. Like you should almost end up being a store in yourself. Like you're just getting them for like the prices that you're getting them at.
Well, I use them for trade bait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
For pieces
the barter system.
like for here.
What's up, man?
For here where I'm at in Southern Indiana, we never saw this guy here. Well, we never got him. I had to get him online.
Oh yeah, Dragstrip.
Wow.
Yeah, never hit the shelf. Everybody else did. Skids, RC, Kickback.
It's the scalpers, man.
Laser Prime. Well, you see, I've got the numbers to where I know when they hit the stores and how many hit the stores.
Mm-hmm.
And our stores never got hit at all unless they're taking them before they even log them into the computer.
Yep.
And I don't doubt that.
I seen like 3 or 4 of them already here because our Walmart, they just keep restacking them. Like they keep putting them on the shelves. So
Crazy.
I'm hoping that come out with the next wave of the legacy stuff, because I think what's his name, Buzz Off and Sandstorm and was it a Shadow Panther or something?
Night Prowler.
Night Prowler. They're hitting Walmarts.
Right. See, those have been here. See, the wave 2's already here, and we never got all of wave 1 of Legacy.
Damn.
At least the general public didn't get it. Now, that's not saying that Scalper Steve over on the west side, his brother works as a manager at Target, wasn't scooping them all up for him either.
See, man, I got up early in the morning with a blindfold on. I got up early in the morning with a blindfold. I was going to every store. I completed the whole wave.
Crazy.
Okay.
So, Custom Media Creation says Nightbird does look good. And Professor D on YouTube says, matter of fact, I'll trade you MPRC if you end up not liking the Nightbird redeco.
Oh, boy. See, that's the thing. I don't take nothing out of the box, though.
So Custom Media Creations on YouTube says, I've been collecting the core class Transformers. And then it also says, I didn't get Shockwave because I like Combiner Wars better.
Yep.
Yeah. One of the things that's probably going to be in the news is they're doing a new Shockwave in Legacy, like a little core one, and it's the same size as the Combiner Wars Legends one he mentioned there. So, like, if you've already got that, it's questionable if it's worth getting another one.
Yeah, I just think it's
the Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series sideways there in his fake sports car mode, because they're not allowed to license Audis for this guy, so they had to invent a car. Yeah, because most of these guys are still their licensed vehicle modes, but they don't have the rights to Audi anymore, so they had to make up a
trying to get
car
through
mode.
it.
Yeah, but yeah, I like how we've seen this timeline of like fake like leaks, and then Takara reveals, and then Hasbro reveals. Oh yeah, there's the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. It's just like the previous ones with a new car mode to match the movie. So
when would they ever give up? I'm like, seriously.
Okay, how many versions of Bumblebees are out now?
Oh my goodness.
Well, they've been slowly going through all the movies. This is the last one of like that design, because they'll do Age of Extinction and Last Night, and those were pretty visually distinct. Hey, there's what we were literally just talking about. Legacy Core Shockwave, who has a satellite dish that he holds in his hand for some reason.
the spy on people.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe there's a full picture if you scroll down, but like it's really funny because I imagine he's like grabbing that and waving it around to try and get like TV signal.
Yeah.
There's no full picture.
I think this is the only picture I saw of Shockwave.
Yeah, but it's just funny because he holds it in his hand like that in his robot mode.
Like, why? Why did they do that?
I don't know. Maybe you can take it out. Yeah, this must have happened while I was laid up, because I don't know about this one. G-Shock Back to the 80s watches.
Oh snap!
I don't know about this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently from what I've seen from one of the chats, it's almost like they're taking the old school Casio watches and then just retheming them with Transformers. But I believe the price range that I seen for one of the watches was like either in the $150 or the $200 ranges.
I'll say fucking mine.
I know. I'm like, for at half of that price, I would try to re-get the little transforming watch that I had back in like 85 or 84, 85, because at some point I lost that watch. I would go
I
for
could
that
get, like-
than one of these.
I could get like 20 cheap digital watches for that, and just that would last me like.
Yeah, man. That I think that's heavy fried inflation at its finest right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Custom
Oh,
Media
okay.
Creation
Oh, it's
says I
almost
wasn't
time.
a huge fan of the core class Bumblebee Shockwave. And
I gotta go pick Jess up. I'll be back in a few minutes.
all right, no worries.
I'm gonna stick this thing on the screen because I'm like, no, I want to open that. I'll just mute my thing, but I'm gonna leave the camera going.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the skull again.
Like I said, it's just so much money to be made, man. They just give us a Titans Return 6-shot. Give us that. Give us Hightower. Give us Overlord. Give us those figures.
Yep.
Just repackage them.
Custom Media Creation says I gotta go see you guys next stream. And, thanks for coming by once again. And Professor D says, get some MP3Ps. This mainline stuff is all trash.
Some of us do both.
This is true.
Man, I'm just sitting here like, okay, if they're gonna be doing this, they can give us other Diaclone Transformers too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, there's probably still a handful of Diaclones that they never that never got picked up by Hasbro or just like that people know about and just always wish that that they ended up getting, like mainline characters, like how basically how everything else like ended up.
Yep. Yeah, I just found it when I watched that thing. I guess what is his name, Chris Foley or something. He did some episode on Thrust, and Beast Wars Neo or something like that. I did not know that Thrust was a yellow-looking jet. He was a comic relief dude, and then I guess he formatted his body into a dinosaur or something.
Okay, and I never knew that either.
Yep, that's what I said. It's a lot of stuff that people are missing out on. I kind of knew it. It all existed. You know what I mean? It just, we don't get stuff here until like, another 10 years later?
Right.
Ish. Which is, I just shake my head sometimes because of what they're doing. They're giving us a same of a rehash of another rehash.
Mm-hmm.
When it could be a lot better than what they're doing. Just like the RC, we could have been got that version of RC. I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Yep.
Hasbro just tricking the hell out of everybody. They get everybody. But that's all right though. Ha ha ha! What you over there doing? Ha ha ha! What you doing?
Yep.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I am rebuilding a G1 Megatron.
Ooh.
He's missing a lot of pins, missing a lot of screws. And so I use pieces from other junk G1s so that it all still G1 aged.
Gotcha.
And try and put them back together. This one was very badly abused. And right now I'm trying to find a pin that holds his head or something close to it that I can trim off. I'll show you what I did with this. So this guy, this part of it, the inside was broken so that it wouldn't swivel anymore. If you look in there, we've reapplied epoxy.
Yep.
And I fiberglassed it back in to where you can put the rethreaded the hole to where you can put the pin back in it.
Oh, okay.
And so now it works. It stays on.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a buddy of mine. He found it in his toy chest when he went back to his parents' house, and he was like, "Is there any hope for it?" I was like, "Dude, there's always hope for it." I said, "How G1ish do you want it?"
Mm-hmm.
He was like, what do you mean by that? And I was like, "Well, I mean, for it to be G1, it's got to be built back with G1 parts. So I've got to scrap other G1s to get the parts for it."
Oh
But-
yeah, I was gonna tell y'all guys. I think they finna do another section of the Shattered Glass. Yeah, they finna create more characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not angry at that.
So I think it's out of a whim. I think they finna make a Shattered Glass Rodimus Prime.
Okay.
And I said, well, before you do that, can we get a Jazz? Can we get a what's this? Deep Cover? Can we get those guys? And Shattered Glass, give us a Hound? Shattered Glass. It's just so much. It's so much potential that what they can do.
Shattered Glass Hound. Ooh.
Or Shattered Glass Dinobots. Ooh.
Oh.
Shattered
I'm a
Glass
fan.
Dinobots would be
I'm
dangerous.
a fan right now. Give me some black and purple freaking Dinobots.
And guess what? I said this 4 years ago. I said they need to give us a Shattered Glass Dino. Everybody was like, "What is Shattered Glass?" And this dude was like, "It doesn't exist." I said, "Yes, it does." And come to find out, now they're making a Shattered Glass. Now they got the comic book coming out. I think it's a series coming out too, a cartoon.
Well, they have to. They have to. You know, and at least one of those independent studios, if they were still producing the cartoons, they could have come up with something. Just like the ones, like the one that did the Combiner Wars and the trilogies. Like they would perfectly do a Shattered Glass series.
Man, you know how dope that would be?
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't really, like, I kind of know that people don't really buy them. But if it takes off in the direction it goes, with the right marketing, that would be your highest seller right there.
That's true.
Because think about it. You got a Shattered Glass Grimlock and a Dinobots. Man.
Yeah,
Off the chain.
All in. I'm all in.
And give us the one like the King Grimlock with the crown on and with the big old flaming sword.
Mm-hmm.
Give us that. Not the one they gave us last time. Hey, all right. Like the last time they gave us this one we just had. It didn't come with a story. It just came with like what's his name? The little dude, the little Willie.
Oh, with Wiki.
Yeah,
Okay,
it came. Yeah, I was like, come on, man. But I get it. I understand.
Well, I mean that's where where the third parties could jump in. It's like any third party company that really jumped on the Shattered Glass. They would do an entire line of the Dinobots.
If that happens, I'm about to go and check out the whole wallet.
Yep.
Ain't no if. Take my money. And that way, I can show it on Instagram.
Just take
show it off. Yeah.
I got my legs broke by a loan shark because I had to go buy Dinobots.
Man, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. The way it's going with this little toy market we got over here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Because I heard that Target won't be selling Marvel Legends no more.
Oh.
A lot of other things going on. So
what's the reason that they won't be selling it?
Well, I don't know. I just found out a couple things, but they just had a downward shift in their quarterly figure, like they quarterly quarterly thing or something every part of the year,
Hmm.
and they said they're doing bad on their toys and stuff in the kids section. And I pointed this out several times, like, well, tell your damn fucking managers and employees stop stealing.
Hmm.
Stop. It seemed like up here in Minnesota, Minneapolis, I go right to Target right now and I can ask for a certain figure. They have it in stock. They won't sell it, but they'll sell it to their friend.
Right. That's
Crazy.
what we have here. Like I said, helper, his nephew's the manager. So the rest of us don't get anything.
Wow.
Yeah, because I know some of our targets, they will put it on hold for you. But some targets tell you, no, we can't put it on hold because they're there for their little toy groups and their little friends. And then they flip it online for a higher price and stuff like that. So that's why I just pre-order everything that I get. Hopefully it comes to GameStop. I'm happy.
It would be crazy to just someone start doing like an expose and just like go around recording and figuring out like all the ins and outs of what's happening and just call it out.
Oh, we already did that. You late. We already did that. Yeah, we went to this little tour thing, the tour posse, wherever they had. And my boy was like, hey, man, everything is from Target and Walmart. I don't see nothing different. But you got those independents, too, like the ones they have different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the major ones, it's the same stuff you get at Target and Walmart.
Right.
And they're selling them for $50 to $60. A $20 figure. So that's why I say I rarely, if I do go to Target or Walmart, it's going to be out of the, I shop outside of the city limits.
Right.
Because I know they would have it versus if I like shop around, I go to 7 different Targets and 5 different Walmarts.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's a waste of gas.
Oh, yeah.
Gas ain't cheap right now.
No.
And what's so bad about I just came from Mississippi. I just got in today.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because I had to go to my auntie's funeral and stuff like that. So I said, man, I went down and went to the Walmart. I swear they're setting us up, man. I think they're really doing this to us because when I went into the toy section, there was nothing there on the shelves. They're not putting anything on the shelves.
That's like the Walmarts up here. That's you either barely get any figures or there's nothing on the shelves. Or it's just a disaster.
Oh yeah. I only Transform I seen with the Cyberverse ones. They look kind of good though. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
They look kind of good. I said, nah, I don't want these. They look cartoonish, but they look kind of good though. Yeah, they kind of cheap. Like I think they're like $14 or $12.
Okay, I mean that's not bad.
So that's why I said, man, I need to go to Florida, go to the Bits and Buttons.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go see those guys. They got tons of Transformers.
Okay.
That's why I said if I get my chance, sometimes out of this year I'm gonna have to head down there and rack up some Transformers and bring them back up here.
Why not? I mean, if you know that the area has it, why not?
And that's the thing. Like some of the Wave 2 stuff is coming out. You just gotta ask. I guess you just gotta ask for it. But up here, you can't ask for anything because we ain't got it. But I see 5 in your little handheld.
But we ain't got it.
It was funny, man, because I was like, I said, wait. Just like with that laser Optimus Prime, they had the two DPC out on the same thing. So you don't know what you're getting. You getting the Megatron or you getting the laser Optimus Prime. Come to find out, the employees was taking the laser Optimus Primes, taking them, and then the same SKU number as the Megatron,
Right.
the Galvatron.
I mean, how long is that just gonna? How long is that? You know, I guess you could almost call it a scam. Like, how long is that going to keep running before someone's like, let's just correct this?
Well, it went for a while till I went to one store, Target store, and the manager caught on to what was going on. I explained to him, I said, dude, this don't make any sense. So I drove all the way to Apple Valley, and he was sitting on the shelf. They had 2 laser Optimus Prime and 6 Galvatrons.
Okay.
And I said, look at this right here. So yeah, so I got a feeling I'm gonna find that Blitzwing. I just got that feeling. It never fails. But I think I'm gonna buy 2 of those.
Cool.
One for display and one just put away.
Oh yeah.
One for display and one for display.
But yeah, man. But I think that Carnation Starscream finna drop down in price though, because we got so many of them up here on the shelves to what a point, like Target, for some odd reason, they keep screwing up. And I'm talking about like big time. Like it's like Hasbro catered to scalpers, man. And I said this several times. I do videos on this. I said at first you couldn't really find it, and then all of a sudden now your shelves is like big one. And then like I think like probably the next couple months I think gonna drop down to $25 or $20.
And the ones that we could find at the beginning, the boxes were destroyed.
Yep, and that's from employees. People don't want you to have it.
Right.
Sad, man. Yeah, this is United States, man. This is in the United States. We have haters like that. We have haters, man.
Haters are everywhere. Well, to catch up on the comments, Professor D from YouTube says Basics on Thrust was a good episode. Everyone should watch it.
Yep.
And Joe Long on Facebook says, how about some heroic Constructibots? That'd be cool.
Yep. Yeah, I was kind of like a little upset about that Devastator pack though. A little upset about that, man. They be wanting $349. I say, man, y'all tripping.
Yeah, but now when you consider like $349 for for a combiner pack, compared to like some of these others where it's like each combiner is about like one something each.
Yep. Man, I'm talking about it's gotten ridiculous on eBay. It's gotten real ridiculous on there.
I've stayed away from eBay for some while. It's eBay just has fallen apart like over the years. I'm like, I just don't even deal with eBay anymore.
I don't think I've bought one thing off eBay in my life somehow. I don't know how that happened, but
you're not missing anything.
I bought a couple of things out there. I'm not gonna lie. I had a good high success rate on there. I'm not gonna lie. I did get some good Transformers off of there.
Mm-hmm.
For a decent price. I came to bargain. I was like Dr. Strange. I ain't gonna pay you all these heavy ass prices. You better believe it.
I mean, years ago, eBay was perfectly fine, and I mean at that time they were still I mean, they were still kind of like the prime online store of a sense. Anything you're looking for, like go to eBay, because like AliExpresses and Amazons were still kind of unknown to a lot of people. But just
Right.
over the years, once they kept changing their rules and certain things, like to the point it almost allowed the scammers to scam the customers. Then to one point, like it allowed the customers to then scam the sellers, and it just started falling apart. That even eBay, even PayPal disassociated with eBay at a certain point, because just everything
Really?
was literally falling apart with them. Yeah.
Oh, they're bad, man. They gotten so bad now to what point people can hack your account and they just spend your money up and then lock your stuff down.
It's weird for me as a young person. I'm always been very analog about it. Pre-pandemic, I just wait until conventions come around, and that's how I do all my like weird robot buying.
Mhm.
Yeah, we all know you want that watch. We know you want one.
Oh, me?
I mean,
Yeah,
sure,
somebody
but
want
like
that
not
watch.
for like $250, you know?
Yeah, no, not for $200 something.
Yeah.
No.
You leave that hanging
And it's
around, you
expensive
don't
for
see
that
that no
price.
more either.
Track down one of those vintage mail-away ones with the splitting Autobot face for that price.
Yeah.
Probably
No,
still work
right?
too. Yeah. Oh, hey, the new Cyclonus, the toy colors one. Guess somebody got him in person.
Oh, I pre-ordered him too.
The thing about him is like he's got stickers you can cover him with to make him look even more like the vintage one, but like a lot of photos like these, the people just like didn't bother applying them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so all you got is like a darker shade of purple and a Target Master, which it's enough for some people.
Man, they always
like-
give us Nightstick, man. Why can't they do something different?
Yeah, Nightstick's his partner. Oh yeah, Wild Rider, eh? The next Stunticon.
Let's see
Yeah.
if, okay.
Like I've said before, like happy for the people that are into the Stunticons, because these ones do look like pretty well put together.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be heavily scalped. Bro, I was just bringing that to your attention right now. It looks good now till you can't find it.
Yep. Oh yeah, there we go. Transformers cameo in Disney's Chip and Dale movie.
Yeah,
we watched
and that's real.
last
It's not a Photoshop.
Does it already have lemon in it?
Nice.
Add it?
No, it's got lemon in it. You just
Okay.
squeeze it over the top.
All right. I put a little extra in it, not knowing.
All right, cool.
Is
Just talking about dinner outside, but yeah, that happened. There was an Optimus foot in there somewhere too. Yeah, I should really watch this. It's just on Disney Plus, and I have it, so I should watch it and report back.
I mean, so far I've heard people have enjoyed it. So it's a one of those. Why not?
It's like it's a Roger Rabbit like riff, basically. It's another one of those. That's what everybody said. What? Kingdom Road Rage in Canada? Yo, what's this say? Oh no, that's a request.
Oh,
That's not
nice.
me. Oh,
That's
hey,
what's
look
up
at
right
that.
there.
Oh, look at how shiny that chrome is.
Yeah, like
You can literally
that's
see-
Megatron.
It's missing an arm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try.
Damn.
But just
yeah.
the sheer spiffiness of the other side like almost cancels that out.
He's very, very loose.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Anthony. I know you were reading this.
I was excited for a second, but no, it's just somebody asking for one, which same. Kingdom Road Rage, it never came out in Canada. Usually
There's a
Toys R
Target
Us carries
exclusive.
Target. Yeah. But usually Toys R Us in Canada carries all the Target exclusive. They carried T-Rex and they carried Red Wing, like they
Yeah.
just didn't do this one.
Damn.
So that's somebody on our Children of Primus website asking about it. And I got excited for a second because I thought they were announcing it was available in Canada. No. What was that? Rise of the Beasts, gimmick toys. Yeah. Those are gonna come out like really early, and then the studio series stuff is gonna come out closer to the movie. Oscar Reyna the Third says, "Okay, I'm back." Me too.
There he is.
Oh, hold on. Let me go over to Bill for a moment.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
That's what's up
Nice.
right there.
like it's just battle damage Megatron. I'm sure he lost an arm at one point. Like just the sheer like shininess of his chrome like makes it worth it
Yeah.
to me.
Oh yeah.
Like track down a replace. It's worth like just finding a replacement arm and jamming it on there because like everything else about him is just like so spiffy.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Cool. Professor D is asking everyone. Professor D on YouTube is asking everyone, who is everyone's favorite combiner team? In this case, we are talking about the team itself, not for a combiner. For me, it's Stunticons.
Agree.
For me, it's Combaticons.
Oh,
Combaticons
boy.
for me. I just like, I like all the distinct vehicles. You know, I like what they change into. I like their personalities. I like the combined form. I just like the whole package.
I like the Seacons, those Seacons. I like those
Nice.
from Beast Wars Neo.
I was gonna say, I mean, because Seacons came out later in G1, it's like a lot of people just overlook the Seacons.
Yep.
Funny enough, collecting them from them, I don't know their personality. Just
Oh, dude, they is so funny.
Really?
Yeah, they're so funny. Yeah, but at the same time, they can be serious too. But when they combine, you guys
they
come on
look
your hands.
serious. Yeah, like that was the one thing that impressed me with the toy from back then, was just like in the combined form, like they look serious.
Yep.
They were like, they got a lot of screen time in the Marvel comic, but like not enough to really show off their individual personalities, just enough to like be a big combiner team. And they were in the Master, they were in the Master Force anime, but the way they did it there was Snaptrap, the leader, was like the only sentient guy. The rest of them were all like drones that could multiply endlessly as like soldiers instead of like 5 specific guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting way to handle it.
And I say for myself, to go with Dee's question, my favorite combiner team has always been the Protectobots, and actually have more respect for them now, learning more about their personalities, and also more respect for Hotspot for the fact that he's got within his team two of the team members are fighters and 2 of them are pacifists. For him to be able to hold that type of team together, it's quite a feat.
That's true.
Although in one of the threads, someone was had pointed out that one dialogue that the Stunticons say to each other just when they roll up on Bruticus beating Megatron and everything, in terms of when they say, you know, looks like Megatron's in trouble. Like, who cares? Looks like Starscream's defeated him, you know, and like so. And it's like within that dialogue, that's when you realize the Stunticons don't like each other. They don't like Megatron and Starscream. They don't like any other Decepticons or combiners. And really, most combiners on the Decepticon side, in a sense, the combiners only like their own team and they hate other Decepticons. But then with the Stunticons, they hate each other and they hate Decepticons.
But you know why, right?
Wait, why they hate each other?
You know why, right?
Well, I mean, they hate. No, why?
Because they like to be left alone. That's what it is. They want to do their own thing.
Right. Yes.
It's a lot. You got to look into those details. They all like they speedsters, but at the same time, if they're given a certain order, that's when you get all I'm gonna disobey kind of attacks like little kids. I'm gonna disobey. I'm not gonna do this, but we gotta do it anyway.
I mean, it's surprising that the Stunticons just never overthrew Megatron for the fact of exactly what you're saying. They really don't like taking any orders from Megatron or even from Motormaster. So it's just how, in a sense, how did they end up even staying under the Decepticons for so long and just not breaking off and creating their own third faction?
That's a good question.
Quartermaster was one of Megatron's lackeys, or at least he was one of the Decepticon lackeys. He wanted to be bigger, but couldn't. If you remember the beginning of season 3, in the cartoon, when they're all on Char and they're all, dying, and Cyclonus comes out and is like, "We need Energon for Galvatron so we can make a mission," and he comes up and gives the last bit that he's got and actually collapses.
Yep, I remember that.
But the rest of the Stunticons are like, "Fuck that."
Yeah, it's true. It is true.
But without Motormaster, they're nothing. So they got to stick around with him until they can convince him to leave.
Yeah. See, and it's kind of those mental games that they play with each other, and then you combine them into Minosaur, and they're still playing those mental games in that form. Whereas I think in one of the, I think it's either in the comic bio or in the tech specs, where it literally says at a certain point, once they form Minosaur, he'll start shooting at anything that's moving, Autobot or Decepticon.
Right. And that's because all fucks were given at the office.
What do we have here today? Still live moving Decepticons and Autobots. That's basically what they're telling everybody.
Oh, it's not related to anything, but since I was unboxing this guy, literally yesterday, Toy Hacks actually did finally reveal the sticker set for this, where they're going to cover all this with the proper burning down the forest mural. So, I'm going to jump on that pretty soon.
Nice.
Oh, got him out for laser?
Yeah.
I'm
going to see if I can just look it up real quick.
Just saying, that Scourge coming out. We ain't going to see that figure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's just going to just fly off the shelf or not even hit the shelf in a sense.
But you're going to see it on eBay for $200.
Yep.
That shipping fee going to be $25.
I think the funniest is the Robosun Optimus Prime, where I think how much were they selling? I think some of them were selling for at least a few $1,000s. And I'm it's not even, nobody has it on hand. They're trying to to pre-sell it ahead of time.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so they just unveiled these yesterday. It's the sticker set to give him his proper
yeah, baby,
Generation 2 accurate.
That's nice.
Thing. Yeah. Because that's what the original had, and they didn't do that in Legacy because of I don't know, budget. I think there's some other photos in the set here. If I can figure out how to. There we go. Yeah, just. I mean, there's other stuff there. There's the front of his truck and the interior of his base, so that it's got radar and stuff. But yeah, it's a good looking upgrade set. And they include all those vintage labels, and yeah, it's a nice looking set. So I'm immediately gonna throw those on this guy as soon as I can get them.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be content to transform and mess around with this version. Oh yeah. Oh, that's great. That's a comparison picture of the new Menasor right next to Commander Jetfire, or rather the Shattered Glass version, but same figure. So so people can get a sense of how big this combiner is going to be. And he's
Well,
pretty impressively meaty looking.
I'm just gonna tell y'all up front right now. Tell you how it's gonna go down. You ain't gonna find a certain fee to complete that set. They're gonna make you pay a ridiculous fee or fine for it. They'll start pre-ordering it right now. If you can find it. Ooh, who's this?
BigBadToyStore.com.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, they're doing Iron Factory's doing Leo Kaiser.
Okay, I've seen a lot of people talk about Leo Kaiser. I am unfamiliar with him.
What?
Who's Leo Kaiser?
He's a Decepticon combiner from Transformers Victory, the anime and the toy line. It's a group of like 6 Decepticon vehicles, and they have little chests that change into little animals. They're called the Chest Force. Leozak's the leader. He was kind of like a Starscream X knockoff. But yeah, they're from Victory.
ooh.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who I want though?
Ooh.
Devsaurus.
Oh yeah. Well, did Iron Factory ever make a Deathsaurus?
So I think somebody is. I think somebody is making one from third party. It does look nice.
Oh, Professor D says Menasor should be taller than Jetfire. That scale is unfortunate. Should he though? Jetfire was huge on the cartoon, like on purpose.
Yeah.
He's huge, but he's not combiner huge.
Right.
Is he though?
In my opinion, the WFC, when they made Jetfire, although it is a great figure, he's too big. He should have been the size of Grimlock and the rest of the Dinobots. And that way, the combiner of that series, you still have, they'll be the size that he is now, but he should have been the size of Grimlock.
That sounds about right. And I
The
mean,
the Dinobots were huge. Jetfire was huge, but the combiners should have been grand. They should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, in terms of the animation. The animation didn't carry through in the seasons, where you watch like other shows or other cartoons, and they make sure that whatever continuity sticks within the entire series. Because I mean, in season 1, the Dinobots were huge. By season 3, they're like the size of every other character.
The fact that they weren't the new toys anymore meant that they got put through shrink rays like Omega Supreme in the Marvel comics.
Yep.
He said Omega Supreme.
Yeah. The running joke as I've been reading those is every issue Omega Supreme gets smaller and smaller until he's like the size of a normal guy.
Wow.
Hey, the way it's going, you never know these days.
Anyways, I have a battle base here now.
Yeah,
I feel like this is something that needs to be messed around with because it's got a lot of weapons ports for like War for Cybertron stuff, and this part's on a port so it can come off. So probably meant to do something with this. Like I'm going to need to mess around with it a lot more, but it's definitely meant to be like customized. Eventually, I'm going to try and change this guy next.
I
Now,
think they should. I think they should give us which one of those series where Optimus and Jetfire they combine together.
that's
Armada.
Yeah, Armada. They should give us that.
Hmm. Well,
did that in Bay
they
versus
showed
too.
off. Yeah, they showed us a
Yeah,
prototype
that's
for an
interesting.
Armada Optimus like several years ago, and then never produced it. So nobody's really sure what's up with that.
Yeah, I never
Was,
watched any of the Armada series. At least not
yeah,
yet.
it wasn't great. The Dreamwave comics were like better because they were also being put out at the same time.
Okay.
People love the figures that came out of that line, but the show was like not good. It was an anime that was like really poorly dubbed into English.
Yep.
Okay.
We're talking like characters would frequently get called the wrong names. Apparently, it was because it was rushed into production. Yeah. Yeah, no, I watched it when it was coming out because they did one really smart thing, and that was they revealed really early on, like only a few episodes into the show, that Unicron was going to show up. And at the time, that was like a novelty. So I was like, all right, I got to sit through all of this to see Unicron show up. So I did.
Got it.
They did heavily dub that show, man, because Hot Shot should have been Bumblebee.
Yeah.
He had the colors. Then after a while, then they changed. They had the mini guns and stuff like that. Then they really started changing stuff. Then that's when I got confused.
Now, not to change too much, but Courage. They have the trailer right there on Laser Prime. If you were raise him out of the way, you so slide it back just a little bit. Okay, you see that little ramp in the front?
Yeah.
You watch, and DNA Designs is going to come out with an upgrade kit for it, and that little ramp is going to be changed, and it's going to be able to connect to the bases.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
you know, as I'm unfolding this guy, and I'm like, I'm really surprised he can't do that. Like, even I had Rodimus Prime's trailer over there, and I'm like, that was a line after Earthrise, and it still had an Earthrise connector on the end. So it's really weird they didn't put one on here.
What?
Yeah. But I'm like, they obviously want. Yeah. The fact that the tower comes off and like can unfold means that I'm sure they want to be able to do something with it, but like I'm not really sure what. But this is one of those things I'm gonna have to mess around with and figure stuff out.
Well, I guess engineering wise, it's a question of what kind of designs are they going for? Because if anyone remembers in the later G1 series when the Micromasters came out, each of them were the 4-packs where they had like the race cars for the Autobots and Decepticons, but then there was also a side character where it was a single character and you would get a base, where I think one was like a little airplane and a fire station. One was like a little off-road truck and a gas station, but each of those bases could all transform and come and attach to each other.
It's funny. Gavin Spence, Transformers Reviews Done Quick, just reviewed all 4 of them like the last couple weeks. The Micromaster bases, how they could. They showed at the end they could connect with each other. Airwave, Grease Pit, Ironworks, and I forget the 4th one. But yeah, there was 4 of them initially. Yeah, Airwave was the gas station. No, Airwave was the airbase. Oh, this is gonna bother me. God, give me a second.
While you search for that, here's a clip of or a possible clip of Optimus in the Chip and Dale movie.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
That look like his leg or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah. Hothouse, Grease Pit, Airwave, and Ironworks. There we go.
Yeah, I had a hot house and a grease pit, but not the other two.
Yeah. He just did like a comprehensive look at those.
There's a piece for Marvel, and it's the 7.5-inch figures of Black Widow, and she's on a hyper bike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, a buddy of mine posed his.
ooh, that looks
nice.
so cool.
Yeah.
Because it scales perfectly with the MPs, but I'm going to take it a step farther, and I'm going to airbrush this bike to look like Prime RC.
Nice.
Wait.
Nice.
If that's the G.I. Joe bike or something?
Yeah, it's not the G.I. Joe. It's the Marvel.
Black Widow set.
Yeah, the Black Widow set.
Okay. You just reminded me I have to get that from Amazon too. See, that's why I like this show. It brings back memories of what you got to go by. Oh yeah.
Oh, X-Transbots Minerva. Oh, hey, nice. She's probably going to get a legacy figure soon. You know, considering that Wreckers, she was in that Wreckers comic, and thus far it's been an oracle for like everything.
Okay.
But yeah, I said this when she was unveiled. That Elita 1 figure that looks very strange. It's supposed to also be turned into her, which is part of why it looks strange, because it was sort of meant to look like a blending of the two designs. But yeah, I guess if you're into the masterpiece scale stuff,
it depends on if it looks good and I like the figure.
Oh yeah, I'm like speaking of like, yeah, Legacy G-Axis. That is probably. I mean, Laser Prime here. This is the thing I was most interested in, but this is like a close second. It's just this guy just stepped off the Generation 2 comic, and now we have nice in hand pictures of him. And this is just such a nice looking figure.
It's a perfect comparison. It's like, you know, with you having the figure there like next to G-Axis.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny because Simon Furman, one of the two people, because Simon Furman as the writer and Derek Yaniger as the artist, like they both were credited with his creation. And Simon Furman was like complaining, like it was like, oh, it's always nice to see something I made get a figure, and then somebody was like, hey, do they send you them? And he's like, unfortunately, no. And then
Wow.
one of the Hasbro designers was like, no, okay, we heard that and we sent him one. He's going to get a free one.
Nice. That's the stuff right there.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't actually read this comic, but I'm going to because of my comic club, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, he's just the bad guy from the Generation 2 comic and was incredibly 90s. Oh, and there we go. Override. People are so happy about this. This is going to be a Legacy Walmart exclusive. It's from the
Walmart
Velocitron
exclusive.
series.
You won't see it.
Yeah, believe me. I know people that are Transformers Cybertron fans, and they're already like, "Oh, good lord, this is gonna be challenging."
I didn't get one the first time.
But yeah, this is Override from Transformers Cybertron finally getting a new figure, and it looks really accurate to the original. It's got that really specific style to it.
We should have got that in the MP.
Gentlemen, duty calls. My lady just came up and said, "You don't have to work tomorrow, right?" And I said, "No." She said, "Then get your ass in bed." So,
Up and down, part-time action. Up and down, part-time action.
so, gentlemen, I'm going to roll out. And,
All right.
And,
See you later then.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, always a pleasure for you to drop by, Mr. Magnus.
take care, my friends. I'll see you
All
next
right,
week.
you take next week, man. Take care.
I've just been silently transforming this guy. He's kind of complicated. That's why I haven't been talking much.
Ooh.
Oh, Master Force. God, they're making a masterpiece. Dreadwing.
Our master.
Dreadwing, like
Yo, that's from that cartoon when they had them little things in their chest.
Yeah. He Master Force, where he was called Buster instead of Dreadwing.
well, it's crazy. I just watched and I think it's the same channel that Dee was mentioning. I just watched the video on the Power Master concept. On how
the Transformers basics.
Yeah, but Dreadwing is also one of the later G1 characters that a lot of people overlooked because since they never made it into cartoon, it's like they forgot about like these great toys that came out.
Yeah, it's funny because he was like really important in the Marvel UK comics. He took over answering the letters in the letters page because they always had a character do it. First, it was Grimlock, and then Dreadwing took over. So his role is the guy that answers mail like snarkily.
Well, I know that's gonna be an arm and leg.
Yeah. And kids would be like, "Why did they make this mistake in this issue?" And there's like, the artists and writers telling the story made a mistake. Blame the humans." Like that happens so much. Hey, down in front, Pep.
Tonight's episode has been hijacked
by Kitty.
Yeah, come on. Just looking at There we go. Yeah, Shatterglass Ultra Magnus, aka Diaclone Ultra Magnus, because he has two heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people are. I'm thinking about this guy just because I like Diaclone Magnus. Like, I don't care about the shattered glass part of it, but you can just pop the head off, put the other head on.
Like
that's a feature.
You might want to pre-order him right now. What are you waiting for? I did. And guess what? When he becomes popular, he's going to fly off the shelf and he's going to be highly scalped.
Yeah,
you heard it here first. You heard it here first on a Frenzy Freestyle Sunday. You order it now.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch. I bet you soon somebody you're gonna get this figure in hand, and they're gonna show it. And watch how fast they start flying. Start getting the orders up and flying off, getting sold out.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it.
Oh gosh, I'm looking at these instructions like, what are they telling me to do?
Buy it.
There's more of a override, looking cool.
Looking at the design, it's like I think of a Speed Racer.
Yeah, like it's not far off. Some people think it was the original was deliberately based on that.
Well, a lot of sorry.
It's a leader one. She's all grown up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned this before, but like, the concept behind Velocitron and her is really interesting because she's the ruler of Velocitron and Cybertron, and I mentioned it's a planet that's all about speed and races.
Right, I remember you mentioning that now.
Every few years, they hold a big planetary race, and whoever wins the race gets to be the planet's ruler. So that's like a big plot point. And the Wreckers comic was about like mayhem being like a big race is no way to decide the government. We're going to sabotage the race, and the wreckers like take part in the race while trying to figure out who's going to sabotage it. So it's like some Fast and Furious spy stuff while they're doing the race. It's a great comic, you know. But yeah, she's like the ruler of Velocitron in that story too. Oh yeah, this guy. Speaking of Cybertron, man, if you're a fan of that show specifically, you're like eating well in this line, you know? You got her, you got this. This is not for me. I'm not I don't know this show very well. I'm not into it, but like that is a good looking Titan, you know?
Calvin has some words.
Nobody's not gonna buy it. It's gonna drop down in price.
Probably. It's a huge gambit. I'm gonna be interested in that. But like the audacity of them for like just doing it, like oh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it is a good figure, man. But at the same time, if you go to eBay, it's the exact same figure from piece by piece.
Yeah, I'm really just like they're really. How many Transformers Cybertron fans are there that are old enough and enough of collectors that they're willing to like spend Titan levels of money? That's what we're gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because okay, then what years did Transformers Cybertron come out?
Early 2000?
Like 2005, I think.
Okay, 2005.
It was the last thing before the Bay movie, so I believe it was 05.
Okay, so let's see. So 05. So we got to consider any children that were watching the show would be in their early 20s now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, would it?
Yeah, well,
you know, would they be willing to spend that type of price tag on a character? And were they into it as much as say, you know, like for the G1 crowd and for the G1, G2 and Beast Wars crowd, were they into it as much as we were?
Yeah. I know like a selling point of this guy is that he's in the TV show's proper scale with like the main line because the original was too small, but on the show he was like a giant. So this is like scale accurate with like Optimus and stuff. So like I guess if they care about that, that's a selling point, you know?
And still, the question is how many of them are going to sell?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's going to be real interesting to see, and I'm looking forward to.
I'm telling you, man, it's gonna come to that stove.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna pick one up anyway because I don't have that figure. You know, like I just said, I just don't have this figure, but I would like to have the original Metroplex. It'd be nice if we can get that. You know, it's just some things I don't think they're thinking correctly at this point. Because it looked like to me like this is throwing anything out there, and I think this might be an idea to trick us all. That's what I'm thinking.
Because when I heard, you know, that they were coming out with Metroplex, that's what I was thinking of it. That it would have been the original.
Yeah. All right, I think I got this guy transformed.
MP55 Trailbreaker.
And a yellow Demolisher and Hasbro to car sale continues.
Who's Yellow Demolisher?
Anyway,
that's Masterpiece Trailbreaker.
Yeah, no idea.
I do. I know who he is.
Okay.
He's the guy. Yeah, he's the guy from with the keys, the Cyber Planet keys. The little dude with his hands look like guns. I know. Armada. Yeah. Yeah, he turned into a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Demolisher.
I don't know what they're referring. I guess I just don't know what they're referring to with Yellow Demolisher as a new figure that's on sale. As far as I know, he hasn't gotten any like new updates.
Right. Ooh wee. Ooh wee.
Yeah, there's a. Commander Starsaber. It's just like unpainted, like test shots, but still,
Mm-hmm.
with all of his parts and yeah, like I'm glad one of us is getting it.
Well, I tell you what, when I get it, I can just show you the box, but I'm not going to take it out the box.
Oh man.
A lot of people going to be angry, upset. I'm going to be like, sorry, guys, I don't do those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Hey, old reviews of mine. This is from a couple weeks back. It's because I was reading Marvel and Bludgeon started showing up in the comics, right? And I was like, hey, I have a figure of him. Why don't I review him? Because I'm thinking of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's the tiny little pretender version of him they did during Power of the Primes, and it's a weird idea. That whole like little line was weird because it was like sort of a way to redo the Pretenders, but they were also the 13 Primes, and they also changed into little weapons, and they also changed into these little power-ups. Yeah, I just talk about the history of Pretenders a little bit there, just for the heck of it.
Guys, I got a good theory. If you go back to that Shatterglass Ultra Magnus and look at their head, that's a possibility.
Bludgeon, eh?
Yeah, did he steal his body?
In the original Shatterglass comics, the Fun Pub ones, Ultra Magnus just got his face ripped off. That's why he looks like that.
Look at the skull
Like,
face. Look at the skull face.
Yeah, but like he tried to betray Optimus. Optimus ripped his face off in retaliation. That's why he looks like that now. Remember, everyone's evil this time around. So of course,
you know what? We do need. Well, we still missed on Bludgeon figure anyway. It's due for update. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like that little guy's neat, but he's not like a full-sized update.
Right. Look at that.
At the same time, I know later in the Marvel comics, in terms of the artwork, a lot of the characters had that like skull, kind of like the skull devilish type of faces.
Yeah, Andrew Wildman in particular loved doing that. Yeah, there's an example.
Yes.
I was making a joke about how that's where Bludgeon delivers an entire long monologue while in the middle of delivering a jump kick. Look at how much text he's saying. He's flying through the air and saying all that stuff.
Unlike when Ratchet kicked what was it, Thundercracker or Skywalker?
Yeah.
It was like there wasn't. Yeah, there wasn't this long amount of dialogue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's my review of Bumblebee movie Ratchet. That was a very fun figure. Like, I had fun with this guy. With his was like Lunar Rover alternate mode and just his really nice silhouette, really nice presence, extremely posable. I don't want to say too much because I'm like, anybody watching this should read him. I compared him to his War for Cybertron game version there because I thought he looked a little similar. Yeah, read this on Children of Primus. And there we go. It keeps going. I talked about Wheeljack next. I liked this guy better than Ratchet, and I liked Ratchet because I think this guy's design translates really well into the Bumblebee aesthetic. And also, that's just a photo of one of the other Wheeljacks they did because I was talking about him in the text. That's the old one from like 2010. There's the G1 guy. Something I talk about during this version of Wheeljack's kind of short and stumpy, and it feels like a reference to the G1 guy there on purpose because of it.
Got it.
Yeah, there's his cannon blowing up. Yeah, but yeah, there's the Bumblebee guy and all of his like little short glory. But I think this is probably my favorite out of these Bumblebee guys so far. It's a really nice looking design.
Okay.
Yeah, there he is next to Bumblebee. Same shape because when they made the Cybertron characters, everybody had to just be laid over another animation model skeleton, so they just reused Bumblebee's skeleton on this guy. So that's why the figures look like the exact same shape.
Got it.
But yeah, I go into like lots of detail. These are fun ones for me to write and photograph.
So more about that on childrenofprimus.com in news and review section.
Yeah, I got tomorrow's thing ready to go. I just have to hit. I was gonna say press play, but you know what I mean. Press post.
Well, which character do you have for tomorrow?
Oh, it's a weird one. I have 3 characters. Oh, I got my cat on my shoulders. That's why it's so hard for me to move around. 1, 2, 3. These are the Transformers versus G.I. Joe mini vinyls by Kid Robot. And
Hey.
I had these on my shelf, and I decided to take them down and have a look at them. They're blind packed, and they're based on Tom Scioli's excellent comic from from 2014. And I gave them a nice photo shoot and a nice write up, and have a look at this interesting little artifact. Yeah, so that's what's coming tomorrow.
Nice, cool.
And I have another non-bot thing coming Friday, but I'm keeping that a secret. It's another strange one.
Nice. You know, and then what we're going to do for next week's stream is find out in all the different groups and groups and forums who's a Transformer nerd or who's a Transformer geek.
You're going to have to tell me what the difference is between those two terms, because I'm unclear.
Well, you know, yeah, like as we share it through the groups, we will kind of throw the definition out there for people to kind of identify which one they fall under, whether they're a nerd or a geek of the Transformers.
Yeah.
I'm going to say both. And
maybe this guy will be. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say, like, my big thing is I memorize a lot of long lists, a lot of names, a lot of trivia. That's just how I engage with Transformers. So, like, whatever one that makes me. Which I don't know the answer to that. Somebody got to tell me.
Well, you're gonna know. Well, you're gonna know, I guess, about these in 2 more months when the Rise of the Beast come out. You're gonna lose your mind, because I'm losing my mind right now. I'm just letting you know right off the bat. And yes, I want those figures.
Yeah, no kidding. I want to see what they do with the Beast Wars guys.
Man, I hope they don't screw this up.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that, yeah.
On the production side, they have all the good things on the table ready to go, so it's just a matter of what they do with them. Good director, good star, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, if they give us the organic forms, I'm going to lose my damn mind, because I want to see Megatron as that T-Rex, and I want to see my boy Dinobot. Oh, I'm going to lose my damn mind. I'm sorry, guys.
It's true.
Lose my mind, dog. Just said, yeah, man.
There we go.
But I hope they can do another Jurassic Park Transformer crossover.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Because I want that Power Rap to be Dinobot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be good. I mean, he's already sort of a Jurassic Park figure.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of his sculpt. They just need to repaint him into one of the specific ones.
Yeah.
Dude, if they give us that Power Raptor as Dinobot, that right, they're going to sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, no kidding.
which then means, you know, are you able to get one of those characters once it starts selling?
Yep.
Yeah.
It called pre-order. Don't wait.
Yep.
You know how they gonna do it? They're gonna send you a photocopy on eBay and Mercari. Some people
Oh,
fall
gosh.
for it, and they take your money and they run off with it.
Wow.
Don't figure nothing. I heard stories, man. I don't know if this is true or not, but one of my guys told me that somebody had ordered a Kingdom Rodimus. They
Oof.
ordered off eBay, and when they got home, they got the package. Well, I guess the package showed up at his house. It had a bunch of books in it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Were they Transformers books at least?
No, it's just a book and something else. It's just like the weight. And so that's why I said when I walked into Walmart, I seen them on the shelves. I grabbed one off the shelf at Target, and I grabbed one from the shelf at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time I seen dude on the shelf. That was it.
Send you a box of rocks.
Yeah, hey man, you never know what you could be getting on eBay. I'm just letting you know. I got lucky so far. You know what I mean? That's why I said I had to slow down. Because now you got people swapping. Now they're finna start swapping figures now.
Yep.
Stuff. Like I just said, somebody can bring back a laser Optimus Prime return. You might be getting a G1 Optimus in that box from 2005.
Which at that point it's like, it's like, you know, did you win or lose in that scenario to get that version of Optimus?
Hey, you done lost big time on that one. I said, man, wow, they out here buck wilding out here, man. They out here swapping figures. Half of the time, the people at the cash register, they do the return. They don't know nothing about the figure.
No, they don't. They have no idea.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate truth. That's why so much toy swapping can happen, because like you can't even blame them. If you're just like a normal person working returns, you don't know what these things look like. You know,
not a clue.
Man, I don't know. I just got real lucky, man. Like so far, I got half of the X-Men wave. It's like Wolverine with the iron claw, the fire claws, and the saber tooth, and I got the Banshee chick. I got her, and then I end up getting the SS figure arts. So I got my Broly came. Huh?
I was gonna say they don't sell. Do they? Oh, you must order those online. I'm like, they don't sell SH figure arts at American retail, do they? That would be great.
Yeah, they do. It depends on where you go.
Oh.
We got. Yep. Big Bad Toy Store sells them, but we got a Hot Comics up here. So I end up, before I went on my trip, I paid for my Ultra Instinct Goku, the Namek Saga Goku, and then I had picked up the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and now my Broly just came today from the movie.
Oh, lovely.
So you're looking at like $100 a pop.
Yeah. That's what. See, the reason I was like, do they sell them at retail? I'm like, good, because then those are already expensive. So you know that provides a way to get them without like ludicrous.
Yeah, they sell them at Target.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they got them at Target. Yeah, you just gotta go look at. I think it's in y'all like collection section, like you know, like where they keep your. Let me see, like NECA.
Yeah,
like
that area.
Stuff. Yeah, it'll be in that area. But they got the Goku Black and then the full power Super Saiyan Goku. That was a first for me. So I said $34. You can't go wrong with that.
Right.
So yeah, man. Out to my pockets got hit hard this weekend. Plus on top of going out of town. When I got back, I had like 4 or 5 packages at the door.
Wow.
So yeah, that Super Saiyan Broly that I got, he was $93, and that's a big boy.
Yeah, so, I know. I like for something that big.
So I wish that SS figure arts would get into Transformers.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah. That'd be wonderful.
wish, dude.
It
I'm
would
talking
be
about
like
like
Red Series, but good.
Hmm.
literally, they need to do something because I think they can do it right. And somebody can like put in the time to do it. It's gonna cost some money now,
Right.
Hmm.
but it'll be a great figure if SS Figures can get a hold of the Transformers license.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I would love to see what they did with it. Like, Reveltech sort of had the right idea for a while. They did a really nice G1 Optimus, but like, I want to see somebody else take a crack at it.
Yeah, it'll be nice, man. That's why I said because I didn't like the what is it, Reflections or something when they
Reveltech?
made. Yeah, Reflections made Transformers, but they didn't transform.
Hmm.
And I think either not Super 7, it was Reflections. And they
Yeah,
discontinued
I
all
don't
the
know.
little figures. And there was a GameStop like bees on a stick, and nobody wouldn't even buy them. They wouldn't even touch them.
Wow.
But now Super 7 got some stuff that's coming out though.
Hmm.
The Transformers, but
Oh,
they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
transform.
The Ultimates. I've seen a photo set from somebody that got his Bonsai-tron, and those things are gigantic. They're like big. So they're expensive, but they're huge.
Like I said, it gonna cost you a couple. Like I said, like $150 or $99 top. Because for
Hmm.
my Super 7 Thundercats, those was $60 a piece.
Hmm.
So I don't know how much those are gonna cost. They might be 70. I'm not sure.
How tall are those Thundercats? Because they do look impressive.
I think they're seven.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
Yes.
And then and they got Silverhawks coming out too.
Nice. Okay. And I mean, just looking at the Thundercats, the fact that they had like all the seasons, all the characters from all the seasons, it's nice that they're gonna jump on Silverhawks, because Silverhawks really
Hmm.
never got the amount of love they should have.
Right. Ooh,
So,
I'm
my
telling you.
my, ex, my experiences with Silverhawks is just the opening credits and some of the figures. So I know they look cool, and like every '80s property, they have a solid theme song, and that's about it.
Mhm.
It's amazing, man. That's
But you
why I
know,
said it never ceased to amaze me. If you can make something from the '80s look good,
Mhm.
hmm
it's worth your money.
Yep. Oh yeah.
It's for people who miss that nostalgia, that sit there in front of that TV after school or on the weekends, and them shows come on. You know what that means? It means business.
hmm
So now I know NECA and Hot Toys are making Robocop.
Oh,
Ooh,
really?
okay.
So I'm waiting for that Ed 209 to come out. That's what I want.
Ooh, that's gonna look nasty. That's gonna look
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah. The it, I always like the ED-209's design because it's like every piloted mecha with guns and legs is copying that design. That's like the original. Everybody,
Mhm.
even if you haven't seen RoboCop, you see that and you're like, oh, I know that thing. You know,
Yep.
with the
Yep.
the, the guns and the. It's like such a basic in like a good way. You know,
Mhm. Like
I feel like
whoever
it could go in. Yeah, it could go in like any franchise and any line of figures, like in a good way, you know.
it's true. It's like whoever came up with the concept for the Ed 209, they're like,
Hmm.
they lucked out to just create that image, that concept of it. And like it was impressive then, and it still is.
Man,
Yeah, yeah.
that's some genius type level stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because he was Marvel Comics, and then he
I
switched
forgot
over to
about that.
DC. Most people don't know that. I got the comic books put away.
Nice.
Yep. So that's all I'm hoping that if they can give us those figures, but what they could do is just do a crossover Transformers too.
I was just going to say, imagine a Ed 209 transforming.
Yeah, I mean I'd be interested to see what that looks like. It'd be challenging to like make it transform complicatedly because the lazy thing would be to like stand up the legs, make the arms humanoid, put a robot head up, but like that would almost be too boring. Like the challenge would be make it transform into a different looking, more interesting robot, you know?
That's true.
Ed 209.
Depending on whose hands Ed 209 could either be a transforming exosuit or a headmaster.
Demolisher. It's a perfect example.
Yeah, no kid. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let me pop them up here as an example.
That's what I said, man. The idea they come up with that's some genius type level stuff.
There we go. Like, yeah. All right. Share. Yeah, like that's not a bad base if you're going to do something like that. It's not quite the same vehicle, but it's the same kind of idea. You could see how they could like abstract that into a like. Words are failing me. Yes, decent idea.
No, I
already
I
sort of there.
Yeah, I fully see it.
Yeah. So, hey, if they want to make him into a character, maybe Demolisher can be the robot that he changes into.
You got 15 seconds to comply. Boy, I remember that boy. He didn't drop that gun. When he dropped that gun, he still gunned him down.
Yep.
I was like, oh man, I hope we don't come to a situation like that one.
The two best parts in the movie, that and when he takes out the guy like near the end.
I said, man, even the dude was saying, help me, and they still didn't help the dude. I said, ooh, he in trouble. I remember I was a kid, I was scared of that thing, man.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
stop motion
was
can
like
be scary
when that came out. I was scared of that too.
The stop motion's kind of eerie when you're a little kid, it's like unreal in like a frightening, dreamy way. So like that's reasonable,
Oh yeah, yep.
I would say back in those days, CGI I said for that movie, it was way before its time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just surprised how the way they kept up with it. Then they did a reversion of it where he had on the black suit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, come on, guys. Come on. Can't be doing this like that.
The only thing I know about the remake is that they did this one extremely terrifying scene where Robocop's talking to Gary Oldman and he's like, how much of me, there's not much of you left. And he's like, show me how much is left. And then they take his armor off and it's just like his head and his lungs and that's it. And it's like terrifying. Like that's the only good bit.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I also, they filmed a bit of it at one of the college campuses I work at. So that's how I knew about it.
Oh, that's cool.
I did not know that.
Yeah, just a little bit, but yeah. Not that specific scene, but like
you was in that movie, huh? Oh, yes, you were. That's why you said that. You walk across that screen.
You're just gonna be like, huh? I never noticed that. I'm just there in the back, like,
Some people,
Like,
man,
just incredibly
that does
awkwardly.
happen though. It does.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when you was a kid, you know, you watch all these sci-fi movies and it just amazed how they wear some of the CGI. I don't know. Have you seen that Prehistoric Planet yet on the Apple channel?
No, everybody tells me great things. If you're like a
Dude,
dinosaur loving person, yeah.
dude, yeah, yeah. I tried to like get a new account. They won't let me, but I don't have an Apple. Well, I can get the Apple TV, but I got to redo my account.
Yeah.
So
I just figure I'm gonna have to sail the high seas, but I've got to look into how to do that.
and then I guess right now Kyle Peterson, he's doing the Optimus Prime Super 7 Ultimate Edition unboxing and review.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Super 7.
Oh, yeah. I'd be interested in seeing these because the only thing I've seen is one guy got his Bonsaitron and took photos, like I said, and I was surprised at how big it was. So I'd be interested in the Optimus in the set. Who wins? ED209 versus Bay versus Mudflap and Skid, says Professor D.
Mud Flats and Skids.
Well, hold on.
Well,
Are we talking?
they sur-
no, you guys go
Mudflap and
ahead.
Skids took on Devastator and survived. I hate to point that out. So I don't know if they'd win because they didn't beat him, but like they lived to tell the tale. So I'd say they have a good chance of not being killed at least, you know?
Yep.
Well, I would throw the question back to Professor D on YouTube. It is like, are we talking about Mudflap and Skids when they were the ice cream truck, or after when they got retooled into like their better forms? Somehow I'm thinking Ed 209 in either form of them, like Ed 209 would still win versus Mudflap and Skids. Like it's Ed 209 would be similar to them fighting Shockwave. Like
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
you know, like he's cold like that.
Well, if it had a personality,
Mm-hmm.
if it had like an actual, like, because I think part 3, when they start taking the human brains and put them into the machines, that's when they start doing that, and then they came with all these different Robocops. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. I barely remember 2. I'd never seen 3.
Man, ooh, like they was like doing all kind of experimentation, and they actually had one of the things. It committed suicide.
Oh.
I remember that right to this day. I say, oh man, like it's just stuff like that. It makes you kind of wonder how far AI and computer, and if man combines with computer, what is the outcome of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's what. I mean, RoboCop's a work of cyberpunk fiction, basically. So that's what the movies like that are asking beneath all the action and stuff. You know.
Yep. But just think about it though. Like if you look at the Transformers, they're humans, but at the same time they're robotic beings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been reading. In the Marvel comics, they even make it clear that their bodies don't really matter because this is before they invented sparks, right? Marvel Transformers are just advanced computer programs on a chip, and then their body's not important because they're just like they can just build a new one, you know. And
They
also
transfer their
can't.
consciousness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard for them to die because like what happens a lot in the comic is just they're damaged to the point where they're offline, and Ratchet's got to stick them in storage and be like, all right, so they're not dead, but they're gone until we can repair their bodies, but they're not finished off for good, you know?
Right.
We just need another body to slot their chip into, but we don't have the resources, so that's why they're not around right now.
That is some crazy stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
that was the whole concept in the Autobot Spike episode.
Yeah, basically, like Marvel was doing that with the Transformers themselves, right? Like the only time that one of them, like Optimus being killed initially, like from that whole thing where he lost that video game match, that was one of the few times somebody died, and that was specifically because they put a bomb in his head and the bomb went off, so his storage medium was corrupted, basically, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it takes to actually like destroy one of them permanently. I mean, and they brought him back later because somebody saved a backup of it, right?
On a floppy disk.
Yeah. The 80s comics, right? That's the one part where it kind of falls apart. But let's just pretend it was like a really good floppy disk.
Yes.
Man, it just stuff like that. It kind of make you wonder, like, could this happen to us though down the road?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's called transhumanism.
Oh, it's coming. Just got that feeling. I just don't want to be a Dune buggy or a Tesla.
Well,
or a PlayStation
That's
8.
Okay. Like, it's a very specific list of things you don't want to be. It's like, all right, as long as I'm not a Tesla or a Dune buggy.
but any other vehicle is okay, like a truck, like anything else, just not a Tesla or a dune buggy.
Yeah, like
that is crazy. Like
against Beachcomber.
Yep.
He seems pretty happy as a dune buggy.
Yeah. Or a Predacon will work just fine too.
Ooh,
or Maximo.
They said
but still,
could be anything.
But I would rather be.
I wanted to be, so I decided to be a dinosaur.
Yep, that's it. Exact same thing, man. Ooh. Wait, which Dinobot is that one? No, that's Grimlock.
It's Kingdom Grimlock. It's the Dinobot repaint. I have Dinobot up there too. I just happen to have this guy in Raptor mode, so. Yeah, like this is just a straight up Jurassic Park Raptor. Just like that's why I like his design so much.
So is he that's a Utah Raptor, right?
Yeah,
I think he's a
it's
Utah
complicated
Raptor
because I'm like, this is a Jurassic Park Raptor. Like they copied the design because that was what was popular at the time, and those were called Velociraptors in the movie, but it was a mistake, and they were actually Utah Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So this guy's also like labeled a Velociraptor, but he's actually a Utah Raptor because they're still copying Jurassic Park, basically.
Dang.
Or it's something like that. Disclaimer, I'm not a dinosaur person. I think that's what it is. If anybody out there knows better, like, tell me. Right?
I seen a little sketch of, I think, Beast Wars, and I think it was Shockwave was a Spinosaurus. Yeah.
That'd be a good choice. Yeah.
He was a Spinosaurus. He was in the water.
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad idea for it. Spinosaurus in the Wreckers line now is revealed right at the top of the show, named Spindle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, why can't they just give up 4 dinosaurs? I don't understand. These fossilizers, get away from that. Get away from that.
I mean, Transmutate was pretty cool, but I haven't really collected the rest of them. I only got Transmutate because I was like, this is a character I know being done in this way that looks really kind of creepy and cool. So, I'm into it. Mm-hmm. But she's supposed to be really weird looking, so that works,
Mm-hmm.
And then it changes into a T-Rex skeleton that's colored like coral. So, but I haven't bothered with the rest of them. I just got this one because of the character. So,
I think I only paid $20 for mine, so at GameStop.
Yeah. Professor D says, I bet I was the only one of our cast to have seen Robocop 2 in the theaters when it came out. Yeah, probably.
Yep, I would agree with that. Like I saw the first one in the theater. I don't recall when I saw the second one. Probably when it came out on VHS at some point.
Yeah, I haven't seen most of them. I mean, I saw none of them in the theaters. All the ones I've watched were all on like home video. Even the new one, I didn't bother going and watching it in the theaters at the time.
I forgot the new ones like already like came and went. Like, because
Oh
you're
yeah,
so
it's
connected to the
old.
original. Okay.
Yeah, I heard it was all right actually. But it didn't compare to the original, but it was all right on its own. It did the same critiques of advertising and military contracts and
Got it.
the media and stuff, and it did just it was like the 80s one did it better.
Yep.
Yep.
The uncut version. Oh, that's amazing. The first one, I got that on Blu-ray.
Oh, the original?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I say you got 15 seconds to comply.
Mm-hmm. No,
Yeah.
I remember that.
He still put the gun down. That thing just said, "Nope, not having it." They said, "Get this thing away from me!" And they just shot him on up. I say, and they just let it happen too.
No, and it's funny, like he's running around the room and everyone's just pushing him aside, like, get away from me. Like, this is your problem.
I was like, "You gotta be freaking kidding me!"
Oh yeah, that's where I'll buy that for $1 comes from. Yeah, I forget
yeah.
it comes from an actual movie. I thought it was just like a thing people say.
No doubt that was from that movie. That was like the funniest catchphrase for forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Professor D on YouTube, for calling that out. I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah, man. You could never forget those days, man. We were just kids.
Mm-hmm.
Then now these days, I'm watching the little sketch with these little dinosaurs, and it's crazy, man. Look at this.
Oh, nice. That's that the new show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is very
I just heard like the animation. Yeah, the animation's just like crazy realistic.
Wow.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. Like what show is that again?
That's Planet Dinosaur.
Okay.
Prehistoric Planet. That's the name of it. It's on the Apple TV, but they show little cuts and stuff on YouTube. So that's why I say if I can get it on Blu-ray or 4K, I will be okay because I can watch that all day. Literally. I can watch that all day long.
Anybody who's too old or too jaded to enjoy watching dinosaurs doesn't have a soul left.
Oh no! They got a soul left. I wish they start cloning those bad boys and see what happens. That's what I'm waiting on. Yeah.
Professor D says, "Spin, you went to an R-rated movie in 1987, really?"
Hold on. Let's give me a second to mute my
It's
mic.
not hard. It's never been hard to do.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the joke. From then until now, even now in terms of going into a theater, whoever's at the door basically is just like, as long as you paid for it, you walk in. Because I saw the first Robocop with my older brother, and I think either he had bought the tickets and then we just walked in or whatever. They really didn't care. And I bet half of the people that were in the crowd were all the same age, because I think I may have been like 10 or 11, maybe 12 when probably maybe 12 when Robocop came out. 87, hold on, so maybe 13, 14-ish, but still R-rated. I bet half the audience were like all 13, 14-year-olds. Like they really never cared in terms of checking for ages. As long as the ticket's paid for, just walk in.
Right.
Yeah, and this is why like Aliens and Robocop and all these guys just had like robust action figure lines because like they knew, right?
Oh, for sure. And I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of those movies and stuff, some of them that were R-rated, like all of them, somehow we were able to watch all of them. And I think even with some of the theaters back then, it's like you pay for one ticket that may have been like, you know, the PG, and then you just walk over to the other theater that's R-rated. Nobody's checking for it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like most places do not care, and then if they do care, it's really easy to circumvent.
This is true.
Man, they didn't change everything. Now everybody, some people is just too sensitive. Some people just like get offended by stuff so quick.
It's still easy today.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially post-pandemic when they want people to go back to theaters really badly. I don't think they're going to turn down sales.
No. Oh no. Yeah, it's never. Yeah, I can't think of any theater that's ever really, called out an age restriction on anything. Like you paid for it, you go in.
Yeah.
Oh, that is dope.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this Apple TV, man. I gotta get this stuff, man. I gotta watch it. Yeah, I'm watching it, man. This show, I'm talking about the graphics, just the CGI is just amazing. It looked like they just came back to life, and I just want one of them so bad. And it's just so crazy. It's like the dangers. Yeah.
You and like 80% of people in general want that.
Yep. It's the dangerous ones too that look so pretty. The Trinidad, the Raptors.
That's a funny statement. Like the prettiest ones are the most dangerous.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me that a soft shell, what was it, scale viper is one of the prettiest vipers, but they're deadly. They come in yellow, orange, red, green, and sometimes white.
Okay.
That is insane for something that look that pretty, but it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Well, nature has a way of protecting certain creatures and everything. So, the ones that you think are either weak or the prettiest looking, they are the most deadliest.
Yep. You sure you guys want one of these for Christmas? I'm just saying. I'm gonna turn this phone back around. I don't know if you want one of these for Christmas or not. I'm just saying. It's loading right now. See that?
Oh.
But come on, look how cute that is.
Well, that's what's about to happen, though.
You can see the storyline. It's like you get one of those, it's cute, and then it just rips through like everyone in the house, the neighbors, down the street, and like, what was anyone thinking getting one of these?
Just look at that, man. It just camouflaging with the trees.
Wow. Yeah, that is nice.
Just look at that. That is ridiculous.
See, now if they have that kind of animation in Rise of the Beast.
Dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, like
they were winning so many awards.
Yep.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's why I say it. If they can give us that in those forms like that,
and then just add some good writing to it.
Man, game over.
Calvin, Professor D has a question for you. So,
what you got?
Calvin, I missed it. What dinosaur show is it that you are watching?
Prehistoric Planet. It's on Apple TV, It just recently just came out, and the CGI is out of this world, out of this world. So just imagine if you can watch this in 4K or Ultra, you'll lose your mind. Oh man. Man. That's why I said if they could make Megatron look like the T-Rex, and when he transformed, game changer.
Well, he also says, Rise of the Beast is going to be trash. You guys need to stop getting your hopes up.
I mean, you got a good director there, the guy that did Creed 2. You got Anthony Ramos. He's a good actor. I liked him in all the stuff he's been in. You got the fact that it's a sequel to Bumblebee, which was already a good movie, so they got a good thing to start from. And you got the Beast Wars guys. That sounds like it's not guaranteed to be good, but that's a pretty good set of raw materials to work from.
Anthony Ramos cheated on Jasmine.
What?
Uh-oh.
In what?
In real life. His long-term girlfriend. So don't be fucking... no, they were engaged.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
So who cheated on who again now?
And they were in love, and he cheated on her. So don't bring up Anthony Ramos in this house. I'm not even going to watch In the Heights until I get over it, which will be never. Which is a shame, because I like Lin-Manuel Miranda. Fucking
I tell you
Anthony
what.
Ramos cheating on Jasmine.
I tell you what. Here's a solution to your problem.
Bullshit.
For $19.99, I can get you a T-Rex, okay? And you can have it to maul and hurt people, okay?
Calvin claims for $19.99 he can get you a T-Rex. Would that help?
What just happened?
How big is the T-Rex? Like,
Jess, how big is a T-Rex?
Look at the thing, dude. Look at that.
Have you heard of Prehistoric Planet?
That does sound familiar.
It's an Apple TV show, and Calvin's just been showing clips from it. It's like really cool. I think that's what he was referencing. So yeah, I did not. I learned something about Anthony Ramos just now that I did not know.
I was playing solitaire on my phone, and I heard his name, and I was like, "That motherfucker."
Well, like I just said, she can get one of those for $9.99. Raise as a baby, you can train it. It won't bite anybody, but it's loyal to you. That's all that matters the most.
Oh, Anthony, I see your house is
like all Anthony's were good, okay? I was under the belief that Anthony's couldn't do no wrong, and then this guy fucked it up. Okay, you're decent. There's Anthony Hopkins, Anthony Kiedis, Anthony Mackie, Anthony Anderson. All good Anthonys. Anthony from Work's all right. You know?
And then Anthony Ramos had to go and fuck it up.
Fuck it up.
Oh boy. She don't trust Anthony's no more now. It's all over.
There we go. We had our Jess moment.
Oh, yep. Yes, indeed. It happens like that every now and then.
And now, so okay.
That was a Jess moment.
Yep. It's all right. It's okay, folks. Oh, what? Did she catch him cheating or something? I don't know.
Take some medicine.
Wait, hold on. Oh, it was supposed to scroll. There we go.
Yeah, Anthony Ramos.
Oh, she can't trust no more Anthony's now, boy. She gonna go to where have a PTSD flashback, all kinds of things, all the above. It's okay. It's all right.
So we're already hitting a 50-50 on the Rise of the Beast. You know, it's not like it's not like a 80-20, you know, a 70-30. Like we're right on 50-50 of this just the self-destructing.
Oh boy.
But at the same time, though, you really only thing we can go off of is just it's a movie,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be about the toys.
Mhm.
The toys are gonna sell. The movie may do great, but it's the toys that everybody's gonna be after.
It's really hard to like. We don't even have a trailer yet. That's why I'm like, we don't know.
It's a
We know what Optimus.
surprise. They don't want to spoil anything.
It's a surprise tool that will help us later.
No. See, here's how it works. You know when something is good, they don't want to show it. But something that I already showed it, you go watch it, it ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta keep that in mind. So why would you rush something? Because the movie should have been came out, but they delayed it. So I'm thinking,
Professor D
nope.
on YouTube says they should replace Anthony Ramos with Johnny Depp.
I don't think so. Like I just said, have fun with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going downhill with the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I got you. Dang, yep. That would be right.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
hey, but like I just said, man, to each of his own.
Morgan Freeman should just... It's like in
no.
Shawshank Redemption. He's be like, I remember when I met Optimus Prime.
He give you a whole monologue, man. That man read a whole book already on Optimus Prime. We sitting and just wondering when everything gonna pop off.
You know, the trilogies of Megatron in Morgan Freeman's voice. It was like in the days of Cybertron, before Optimus Prime was created. I once ruled a faction.
Man, that's the man.
Now I'm thinking of the Dark Knight when the guy tried to blackmail Morgan Freeman, and then he's like, so you want to blackmail like the richest guy in the city, and then like try to tell him that he's like running around at night being the Batman. I'm like, good luck with that. So I'm thinking, like, take that same Morgan Freeman like type of dialogue and put that in Megatron.
Right.
Although some other character would, at some point it'd be like, you're going to fight a truck that's coming directly at you. Thrust. Good luck with that.
Yeah, man. It's that would be a long ass movie.
I think Morgan Freeman should voice Unicron.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Professor D says you see, it would be awesome. They should start the movie the way IDW starts, with Megatron working in the mines and then becoming a gladiator, which is really a storyline they've just overlooked in any of the cartoons or live action series.
Actually, they actually talked about that. I think in the Combiner Wars, they actually talked about it.
That's true. That is true.
Every other cartoon didn't do that.
No, like he just appeared out of nowhere. But yeah, the Combiner Wars did do that.
So that's why I said that would be nice. That would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
How he became like that, corrupted and stuff.
Yeah, James Earl Jones would be a good Unicron.
Well,
Yep.
you
That would
be a
almost be
perfect
too.
Unicron.
That would almost be too on the nose. It's already like a Death Star type thing, so just having him sound like Darth Vader would almost be like too much of a direct thing, you know?
And you know the problem if James Earl Jones did do Unicron, you know the internet would run all sorts of jokes in terms of like you know, like the Simba and when Mufasa is in the clouds with Simba looking up. So you
Yep.
could see all sorts of jokes with like Unicron and Galvatron, and it's like, you know, like Galvatron, my son.
Mhm. Joe Pesci is Huffer.
Oh gosh. Always gonna get Joe Pesci in there somewhere.
Just Transformers the movie was a Star Wars ripoff anyway. Sort of. It had a different plot, but it stole a lot of iconography from it.
Yeah,
Well,
that is true.
Sides,
Yeah,
always
to be
remember the
honest,
sides of RC's head are supposed to be Princess Leia buns. Like the artist
yeah,
even said that.
You know, and Luke and Han Solo and Springer reference. Actually,
Yeah,
Han Solo or
Optimus Prime being killed and talking in Hot Rod's head at the end puts him in the Obi-Wan Kenobi role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of movies and shows back within the '80s kind of shared a lot of similarities.
Does it? I'm like, does it count as a ripoff when the like theatrical trailer had Victor Crowley calling the movie conceived in the epic tradition of Star Wars, like in the text?
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, I mean, I feel like if you acknowledge that, it's like,
Mm-hmm. Well, I say we're getting close to the 11 o'clock hour, so we should.
yeah, I'm like, I gotta sleep this off. I'm decaying. The disease in me.
it's okay. It's all right. You will be
Oh yeah, I
reformatted
know.
tomorrow.
Provide me with a new body and new troops to command, please.
Yes.
Hey, the way it's going, you never know these days.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up tomorrow, you might have a couple drones. Just saying, man. Yeah, you can't want them to go to work. One of them just, I guess, chill at the house, and one to just collect a check before you can go collect some Transformers.
And get one more drone to write articles. Imagine the amount of articles you would end up with by the end of the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He said
was just
Jason Moore
imagining,
as sea spray. Oh my god.
No, you need someone who can naturally do Sea Spray's voice without any digital effects, which is very rare.
Ooh. Jason Momoa being like, I was trying to be method about it all, so they dunked me in water, and I was nearly drowning for the entirety of my dialogue.
Wow.
He would do that. You know?
I can probably see that.
That man was
Jason
swimming from the
as
moment he popped
Perceptor,
out of the
that's
pussy. He can fucking breathe
that one's a bit
underwater
off.
if he wants to. Stargate
Actually,
Atlantis. Come on.
You know what? Actually, what's the dude that played? I just had it just a minute ago. Doctor Strange. He can play as
Benedict
Perceptor.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he would be a good Perceptor.
I can see that.
to send a shout out to everyone that has joined us for the evening, from Professor D to Joe Long to Oscar Rayner, Custom Media Creations. And am I leaving anyone out? Nope, I think I got everyone. So, once again, thank you for everyone that has joined us. And next week's show, we're going to go over, our people, Transformers Nerd or Transformers Geek.
Beetle on the fucking bathtub. I don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, it's a spider.
There's a very large insect over there, apparently. That's...
Oh, she's scared of that spider?
Big ass black spider. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just in our house.
It just wants to say hi.
Okay, so
just go and talk to it.
Once we're done, I'm gonna go take care of it.
Yeah, you got work to do.
Hey, wherever you do, don't spray it with bug spray. You're only gonna piss it off.
Yeah.
Or get
I go
bug
at
spray.
it the old-fashioned way.
Get the bug spray from season 2 that was like the size of Spike.
Hell no. If it runs behind you, then that must be tarantulas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take care of this and say goodnight to y'all. Okay.
All right. Just before we all,
Right, peace
he
out.
agrees with Cumberbatch as Perceptor, and Satham can partner with Matthew McConaughey as Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. That would be quite a team.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's what's up right there.
But yes, we're hitting 11 o'clock, so it's time to end for this evening.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate being on the show. I finna get up here and take my clothes out my lovely raggedy suitcase.
After that long trip, I hear that.
Hey man, that flight was something else. It got delayed a couple times, man.
Oh, okay.
There was canceling people sleeping on that at the airport. Hell no, not me.
No.
Yeah, man.
All
So
right,
yeah, I'll holler at y'all next weekend, man.
All right, for sure.
All right, man. Y'all be safe out here, man.
Cool. Take care, Ben.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Peace.
Peace.